legends never die. We've been going every night. I've been feeling way too blessed, but with Lex I'm never stressed. They don't know just what we do. We've been out here with the crew. They don't know just how we live. Think we got too much to give. I've been going in and going in. I work too much, making hits just for the kids. I try to live my life straight to the fullest. If you don't like that, then I think you're foolish. I'm trying to take you away, taking you to like a brand new place, so you're not alone when you deal with the pain. I'm making music for you to escape. Baby, I'm saying legends never die. We're always out of minds. We never find the time. No, baby, I'm saying legends never die. We're always out of minds. Legends never die, boy. Back when I met Lex, made him a track and he made me blessed. Way back in the days when I couldn't pay bills. Then we bumped heads and we made no chill. Then we made Rest in Peace, Tombstone remix, made a new meme. Then we met up out in Cali, been cruising the valley. We feeling like a goddamn king. Word around here we great. Chasing our dreams and we don't hesitate. Next year, I'll be at the Z House too. Chill at the house with a beautiful view. About to meet up with the crew, doing whatever we do. Living like we never blew. Living too good, yeah, it's true. Living too good, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Baby, I'm saying legends never die. We're always out of minds. We never find the time. No, baby, I'm saying legends never die. We're always out of minds. Legends never die, boy. Out of minds, we never find the time. No.
Oh, when I tell you we have a podcast, welcome get your grandmother here, get your mother here, because today we are gonna have a great show today.
I'm bringing them from a grave. I'm bringing them from the grave. They're coming back. They're coming back.
Oh my Welcome God. To the It Is What It Is podcast once again every single Saturday right here on the channel. Now, It Is What It Is
bizarre.
Podcast. We have always wanted to have on the man, the myth, the legend, MrTLexify.
Hello, lads.
The It Is What It Is podcast will never be the same again. He's going to leave his mark.
Not for a lot of reasons.
Listen. You guys had a legendary guy on your last couple of podcasts. Greg, how am I supposed to top my man?
Brilliant.
How am I supposed to top my man's, dude? He's a legend in himself, dude.
It's hard to.
There's no way.
How will you?
Listen, when me and Yadai were sitting down, making this podcast, it was originally Truth Be Told. You know, you go through those name changes, you bob a little bit with things.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell about the one you suggested whenever we were switching to It Is What It Is.
Got balls.
Got balls, and I shut that down so fast.
Yes. He was like,
I shut that down so
we
fast.
ain't doing that today.
We're not calling the podcast "Got Balls."
I think that would have been mega funny, but
it would have
been great. Dude. I love both. Got balls is
yeah.
Yeah, got balls. But got balls. You want to know why? Here's the thing, though. You know, if a parent asks, "Oh, John, what are you watching?" "Ma, I'm watching Got Balls, Ma." I bought you Block Us 4 to talk to your cousins on the Xbox. You have to talk about balls. Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
But Lex, we were writing down on a piece of paper at the point where it was Call of Duty World War II. I was scratching up, video ideas, just post them and shit. And then me and Dad was like, you know what? Let's do a podcast. And we started writing down guests who we want to have on the show. Then we wrote on a different piece of paper who we think we would never, ever get to have on the show. And your fucking name was on there. One, because
You were number one of the list.
One, because we might Lex, you know, he's a busy person, you know, he's doing what he got to do. But then the second part is he honestly might be fucking crazy enough to not, you know,
We know how often he shows up for that other show. We know how often he shows up for that.
Yeah, like I do not want like Alexa, my grandmother might, you know, the defibrillator might go off. It might happen. So listen, but Lex, honestly, first of all, many people do not know you. Where are you right now? Many people think you're still in Canada.
The attic.
No, yeah. So this is actually an attic. So what ended up happening was I moved to Bristol to like live closer to Mile and stuff and do Black Ops 4, right? And so basically about halfway through, we got knowing me, you know.
I wonder why you wanted to live closer to him.
Well, because we live in a flat, right? It's so funny because the first thing I saw when I first got into the flat was "Don't make noise after 10 p.m."
You're right. Well,
bullshit.
And lads, here I am, right? So, within the first month, I got a noise complaint. So Liam and I had to switch rooms, and now I'm in like the top part of the flat. So even if I yell, scream, if I die, nobody's gonna hear me.
No one can hear you.
Great.
It's like Liam probably puts you in there. Listen, Lex, no one can fucking hear you now. Get the door, lock it, and that's it.
It was funny as hell because he was sitting in bed and he's on his phone, and I'm like, Liam, we got a noise complaint, and he's just like, shit.
Now what does one noise complaint say to MrTLexify? What is it? Like, what do they go in detail? Like, we heard you say chicken twat, and we got so scared, and we decided to call. Like, what is it? What do they say?
Well, the funniest part was on the same day, it was actually two people that noise complaint. There was somebody below me and then somebody to the left of the wall. And I had no idea that they were two different people until my landlord told me. And then it was so funny because when they told me, like, they were just like, yeah, I just heard this, like, Canadian boy, like, he just yelled the whole time. And I was just like, well, yeah, that's gotta be me.
we heard a little girl like scraping a knee.
Well, this is again, keep in mind, this was when Black Ops 4 came out, so this was just 24 hours of me yelling at Brutus, screaming at Nine. Like it was.
Like, I think he's crazy. He's just yelling things about some shadow, man, and I'm scared.
That's it.
Like, I'm actually so curious as to how that conversation would have gone. Like, you're trying to sleep, and you just hear like, "God damn it!" Like,
like Blundell. Who's Blundell? Did we rent an apartment to a Blundell? Like who?
And the funniest part is the bed was right underneath where my bed was, so they just heard everything. They woke up to the sound of everything. I was going all night. I'm on the U.S. time schedule in the UK. They heard it all.
God,
they heard it all. It was great. And it took them a while to actually give me a noise complaint. It was like a couple of weeks. So,
you know
good
what?
on you.
Until they saw blood just dissipate from an earlobe, then they were like, this
That's
guy,
the last straw, right?
But the last straw. We got to talk to Milo or something. But yeah, so what's a part of your gang there? You got a gang? Like what? So who's a part of the gang?
A little bit of a gang, right? It's I would say it's like
Blood
a lot of
Crip.
UK
Which
boys.
one?
Like, okay, well, so far in the gang of Bristol, the Bristol shoot 'em up gang that I'm in. We've got Liam Winter, crazy guy. He'll come after you. He's right underneath me. We got Milo about 20 minutes away. Crazy guy. He'll come after you. Right? He'll write you up on the whiteboard. And then we go way into London. We got some boys. We got some people like Mr. Dog JD.
Wow.
I think you may have heard of him. Codename Pizza.
Who the hell is Mr. Dog JD?
Mr. Dog JD.
That's
it. Well, we're actually I think in about 2 days, we're going to some esports award show I was invited to for some reason. I was actually, it was crazy. It was in London. I was actually invited to present an award. And I turned down the offer.
Why?
I turned down the offer because I told the guy, I don't think I'm gonna make it in time to present the award.
Like, oh, it's at 9 a.m. by the way. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I
Sorry, I
appreciate
can't
the
be doing
offer.
that, dude. My sleep schedule is way too dusted for that
I
right
agree.
now.
My sleep-
Why the fuck would you say no?
Well, like, listen, the offer is still on the table.
Wait,
If
for what?
I-
Did you know like what award it was?
No, so I didn't know what the award was. I don't know who I was
Biggest
giving
game
it
award.
to, but it was probably just like, yo, biggest trigger finger in the East, boys.
Watch the awards, and it's Ninja, and then Ninja walks out. The person
Can you
who
imagine?
And here's Jesus.
And then he yells out, the person who introduced my name is getting 50,000 of my subs. And then he's hugging him, caressing him, just having a good time. And you're just crying there. Miles' turtleneck's growing by the minute. You're laying there, and you're just
Dude.
like, oh my god. It's
The thing is, okay, this is the way I think of it. If it was Ninja, why would they ask me, dude? Why would they ask
No,
me?
they saw the tweets. They saw the tweets.
They saw your impersonation. Yeah, they were
Listen,
just
I
so
just
impressed.
as Ninja 2 again,
You think
re-dye the hair.
You think they don't watch you. But
Yeah.
listen, they're coming for you, man. Listen, they're coming for you.
Maybe.
Lex, listen, a lot of shit's been going on in your life recently, and we're going to get into a lot of things BO4 today. And first and foremost, we ask every one of our guests after on the show after Black Ops 4 has been out. So we're going to ask you, just in general, you can go into a paragraph, you can write a novel. What is your overall opinions on just Black Ops 4 Zombies in general?
Well, this one's definitely
If you could put a little, little comment.
a little comment, right? This one's first off, this one's definitely going on the Reddit.
Okay.
But honestly, like, my overall view of the game, like, it really, like, I dissect it like this, right? If you're a casual player, this game is like your fucking wet dream.
Yep.
It's so fun. Like, it's got all the maps you want. It's got a lot of crazy game modes. Like, I personally really like Rush. I know a lot of people sleep on the game mode.
I love Rush.
But like, I actually love Rush. But as a hardcore fan, I think this game majorly disappoints. Like the classified Easter egg. I know I don't even want to go straight into this already.
We got time for that one.
We got time.
Listen,
Man.
my ass is ready to sit on that topic for a little bit.
Like, okay. I have a scheduled video coming out while I'm in London about why 9 is the best map on Black Ops 4. So at the top for me, it's 9. And then right underneath it's classified. But man, that Easter egg just sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Like that Easter egg, like around 150, it's a great idea. But if you could actually get to there, that's when it's okay, you know?
Lex,
and like,
we got time.
we got
A lot of people say though, like they have all the tools there. Like they have 4 entire maps, but there's like a lot of missed opportunity in terms of mechanics.
The thing I noticed, Blundell sort of has like a hard-on for doing, right? It's like he likes bringing back something and then just saying, let's take away your favorite things about it.
Yeah.
So, for example, like Classified, no Pentagon Thief, even though he's in the actual intro. Blood of the Dead, no Golden Gate Bridge.
How many times have people said just, he's too much of a ball buster to even bring back?
But still, though, he could have been a boss fight. He could have been
boss fight. We were all thinking until what happened.
Yeah. Imagine if it was just Project Skady, right? And you do that, you go into Area 51, the Pentagon Thief is there, you kill him, you get the cutscene. It's as simple as that. That's all they needed to do, right?
Yeah.
I think round 150 is cool, but man, how did they not test the game? That's the thing that kills me. It was
in the beginning.
Didn't they say they tested the game and like everybody went to like round 100 on every single map and nothing happened?
When we went to Treyarch to go early, Blundell specifically said that every day they had devs getting to round 100 plus.
There's no way.
And that's what I mean.
Shit.
There's no way.
Crazy.
Like,
Either
unless
they
were
messed with
playing on
something or like
They might have been playing on some pre-patch version of the game, but like for some reason, every patch that they introduce in the game, it just like slowly breaks the game even more.
But I've been seeing a lot of shit too. It's just Blackout too. They're trying to fix Blackout as much as possible. And I feel like Zombies, and this has been going on recently with the double XP thing. Why not give us double XP with the Nebulian Plasma, which sounds like a gynecologist tool, but
it's so iconic to see double XP on both Blackout and
Zombies is
nothing. It's a black dust. It's just nothing. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, dude, that actually infuriates me because it's like we've been asking for years, and especially when Bundell goes out and say this is the most customizable zombies ever. It's like, are you sure though? But are you sure though?
You know what's funny? I like what they did with the Halloween season with zombies. I like the paint stuff like that. However, and I was seeing a lot of people say this underneath the tweet of Treyarch and their double X, the Nebulian Plasma, and then the double XP for Blackout multiplayer. But it's like people are saying, why not give us a class tier like Blackout and multiplayer, like a tier where you play zombies, tier 1, 2, 3, 4. You get everything. You get a weapon here, but you want to know what though? Let them do it. They'll fuck it up too. They'll fuck it up. They'll fuck up the zombies one.
Well, see, this is the thing. Some people are saying that that's gonna be factions. You know, when that finally gets into the game, it is going to be a tier-based system.
Yeah.
But then the reason is like, why didn't they just not include that into the game when Blackout got it, right? Like,
many people forget this too, though. I was talking about this, I think, on another podcast too, or another podcast I was on. There was, people also forget too, this game came out a month earlier. Now, many people can say there's a month. Many people are forgetting that factor, though. That month was still there, that they could have had time to polish maybe something a little. Maybe that 1 month, somebody would have spurred out, oh shit, even though the game's technically done still, we're still working on it all the way to release. That month could have been the month we work on the boost screens. That month we could have worked on something, stability, whatever. You know? It's just...
I feel like the classified cutscene points to that too. Like it looks so awkward. I don't know. Like a lot of people point out, it's kind of like awkward animation. It's just kind of random. Not like the cutscene in general, but the way it's put together.
The place doesn't even look rendered too. Like the cells rendered and the character models. It looks like they can literally just climb.
Yeah, Reaver's like, somebody just give him a little boost.
Get him out of it.
And they're not even. It doesn't even like say how they got in there. It's just like all of a sudden they're just
get on my back, boy.
Yeah,
coming up.
Honestly,
exactly.
Shit, and you know what's funny too? I was watching it, and then right away people are like, oh. You were so used to saying if there's no blood in the vials, now there is no blood vials. Is it a Treyarch trouble? Is it just the whoop-a-doop cycle?
Dude,
what is it? Nick Soru had a boner. Reed had a fucking...
Reed died. Blood everywhere. Dude, I honestly
in front of his
don't
whiteboard.
It's great. When you saw the trailer for the first time, now once again we'll get more into it, but just in general, when you saw the trailer for the quality purposes, what did you think right away? Because right away we got it in cartoon mode. That was the first one out, was the cartoon mode. Yeah. Even that we were like, this looks like one of Codename Pizza's gameplays. It's like the saturations just coming at your face.
Dude, I love Ben. I remember when I was making like Black Ops 3 videos, and Ben asked, he's like, "Yo, how do you make your gameplay look so good?" And I'm like, "Oh, you just bump up the saturation." But man, it's not.
He just went with it.
You did that to him. You did that to him.
Wow, turn it to 100.
Oh no.
You probably told him go up to 22. Yeah, mate. Okay, 22.
I love it. I also love it when people like fiddle with the hue bar and like the gameplay looks pink and stuff. That's
I think it was Jack.
Pink gameplay
I think it was Jack. I remember one time I was watching your gameplay. I was like, "Are you fucking colorblind?" And then you were like, "Yeah, I am colorblind." And I was like, "All right, okay."
No, Jack did that at the Z house. That was really funny.
Yeah.
But back to Classified though.
Yeah.
I watched that ending cutscene and I was just confused. Like,
first of all, were you able to see it?
I was able to see it, and okay, this is one thing I'm gonna say, right? Because with the cartoon mode that it came out, this is something I personally don't understand, just as a business point, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to watermark the whole cutscene, Okay, this is something. And you're the only people that have the cutscene. Why even bother giving it to the other people? They could have just like monopolized the cutscene and just kept it up until somebody got it. You know, because like I feel like everybody got this like scuffed looking cutscene with all his watermarks just for no reason. When like we could have just waited for somebody to glitch it again and get it actually with the right filter. And I don't know, it just that whole situation stupid. The classified ending. I don't listen, I was gonna wait to go to this, but listen, I guess what? We can't keep dodging it. We're gonna get into it now, I guess. Lex is like that. Let's go.
Yeah, the elephant. Just grab the elephant.
Can I just say something here? I've been very excited. I found for the first time Twix with the fruit shape. They're not circles.
Oh my god.
They're in fruit shape. Dude, look at me.
Dude, I've never seen tricks outside of California when I went a couple times.
No, but
what does it mean fruity shapes are back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Remember you used to get the dog turds. You used to get the dog turd circles.
Yeah.
Now we got like the berries. Look at that. That looks
I think that's like the berry
flowers, dog.
Yeah, that looks like the early stage of chlamydia. Then you go over here.
There's no way I'm eating that. Yeah.
That looks like, is that a tangerine? I think
that looks like a
croissant.
Yeah. That looks like a new just turned
the new fruit.
Look at fruity shapes in back. Look, he's fucking excited. Look at his fucking face. He's like, Toucan Sam, fuck my bitch. I'm running with this marketing scheme.
He's like, hell yeah, I want some of that early stage chlamydia. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Look at all these kids. They don't get drugged. They're getting drugged with sugar and just look at all these kids.
Oh my god, dude!
I just wanted to add that little.
Hey, dude, yo, cereal rebranding out here, it's a major thing, dude. It's a corporation. Dude. There's
no more toys in the boxes. You know how excited I used to be when Shrek was coming out and what was that dragon called in Shrek? That girl, she was a dragon and it was Donkey's side hoe and I got Donkey and Shrek. You used to be so excited to buy like Fruity Pebbles in the store.
You get like free short films in the boxes, just like entire disc.
Now they're giving you SAT review packets in the cereal. Now they don't want you to buy cereal. They're SAT review packets.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us, man.
Yeah, my God,
my boy.
I have an every time we go off.
We love you.
Every time we go offline, I have an offline video, and you can see the fainted words of Toys R Us, and they pop like the Halloween spirit story.
Bro,
it's like just defacing a grave.
Despicable.
I'm being 100% real right now. When I saw that image with the giraffe and the sign saying that, dude, I almost shed a tear, dude. I
used to go to
that actually hurt, dude.
I used to go to Toys R Us every
weekend
with my grandmother. My grandmother, we used to always go there. We used to get the toy. I would always get the biggest thing. And then now, the giraffe's unemployed right now. Where's the giraffe?
He's dead, dude.
Lex, give this giraffe a job or something, honestly. This giraffe needs somewhere to go. You're going to see him on the corner selling ass in 2 weeks. He can't have this happen.
He's dead, dude.
He's dead? Wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait, he's dead?
Bro, what else could he have done?
Living off somewhere like in the Bahamas or something.
He's making iPhones now.
Oh, this is some like Chinese sweatshop.
The giraffe.
That's the only toy kids play on anymore. He's just making iPhones now.
He gives a review. He on he works in China at like a Chinese fortune cookie factory, and he'll say, "Listen, bitch, this is the giraffe in Toys R Us. I know you just had a meal. Help me. Here's the address."
So chat says that the giraffe actually just went ahead and started QA testing for Black Ops 4.
And that's why the game is unfunctional, boys. Thank you, Toys R Us.
But, okay, all right, let's get to my classified paper now.
Yellow paper for
each topic. Book.
So let me also address this. When I was throughout the week, this happened all on Monday, Tuesday early this week, right? This happened early in the week, and I said to myself, we need to have someone on that can know how to talk about this the right way.
Yeah, because we were talking. We were like,
where's JC?
Where's JC?
Lex, listen. One day we're gonna have you and JC both on. That's gonna be
things people say on the It Is What It Is podcast.
It's just gonna be him and I arguing the whole time.
911 Milo's gonna come in. Guys.
Yeah, wait, hey, chill out, dude, chill out.
Hey guys, chill out. Here's my whiteboard. Look at it.
Hey, I wrote it all down, dude. I transcripted the whole podcast. Let's look at it again.
Wait, okay, like, you know, remember in school when, like, sometimes you would get in trouble and, like, they're like, okay, I'm not gonna give you guys any more attention. If you see your name on the board, you gotta stay after lunch. And they're just like, write it as you're talking. I remember one time I was in English. I was just sitting down, and then I'm looking at the board, and it says Matthew T. And I'm like, well, fuck me. I guess I ain't gonna. So, is it like that? Like, you guys get a little scuffle, Milo goes, oh, yeah? Alex, and you're like, oh, man. And you just go back to the room.
No, dude, that's serious. I'm that guy. They write my name on the boards, and I'm out.
All right, we're getting into this now.
Yeah, but I was gonna say Turbo and I were talking earlier this week, and we were Turbo's like, "Yo, so like, when should we ask Lex to come on?" I'm like, "Dude, Lex is pissed about Classified. Just ask him." He like cares a lot about Classified.
Bro, like
now's the perfect time.
When I first heard about it, I was in London with Liam, right? And dude, I was on like I quit Garage Crovey levels of rage. Like this is beyond ridiculous.
Exactly. Man. Let's bring that up now. Listen, I'm all one for me and Vinny are on this train. Listen, it's a broken game. Okay, it's a broken game. All fucking ties are off. It's a broken game. How can you break a broken game? Now, I have more to go on with this. That's just Vinny's very strong opinion on it, and I have to agree with it a little bit. But also, many people aren't taking this into factor. So, when you first heard about it, did you first get the details on like how it was solved, the stuff and stuff was happening?
Yeah, I figured out that it was a glitch. I figured out who did it. I figured out when they did it and like how the community is taking it. And I think the part I'm most upset with is how the community takes it, because I think the way that the community takes something this broken so seriously, in my opinion, is absolutely pathetic.
It's like high school drama.
It's so bad. Like, it is so pathetic that I see people and they're out there and they want to report people for doing the Easter egg.
And then personal fucking like issues in DMs getting leaked about people. Like, listen to me. If this is gonna happen over a fucking zombies Easter egg, why do we need to start up this whole entire like train of like hate and okay, you did it this way, no more respect for you, block, on fire, like we got to the point where Easter eggs are literally can be the most fun thing of this community or the worst thing. And what I'm trying to bring back is the point where when you Garage Crovey, the situation Garage Crovey, when that team did the Undead Man walking glitch and they solved it first. They didn't get the tweet from Treyarch saying congratulations on getting first in the world. Yeah. JC, JFK, they got that tweet. Now, many people forget about that. Now, does that confirm basically Treyarch standards of what they can seem first in the world? Because first in the world would be the blueprint way of getting it, no glitches, no hacks, that's first in the world. Getting it with an exploit or something like that, and then, like you said, from like that business marketing aspect of the watermarks and the first in the world titles, and, one of the people wasn't even in the game. Yeah. Wasn't even in the game with the two other people. I guess they were in a party with each other, because I remember, and I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at it. That's the night me and Jack were up late at night, like 5 o'clock in the morning. We're looking at it, and then I'm about to go to bed, and then I see the cutscene. I got a picture of the cutscene, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way they all sync. How they all get it first? I just saw him on 73 a couple hours ago. You know? Yeah. So I that's what I'm trying to get from you. Like, how do your aspects on the whole first in the world thing? Do you think they should be titled the first in the world?
Well, this is how I think about it. I think I see Garage and Classified as two different scenarios, because Garage was a functional Easter egg day one. It was always functional. So that makes sense as to why the people that got first were not actually considered first, even though they glitched. Yeah. The difference here with Classified is that this is an Easter egg that is broken, and it should not be, in my opinion, taken seriously.
No.
So this is how I think about it. I look at Classified, and like I don't even consider the cutscene as an Easter egg. I just kind of consider like it was there, and like whoever got it first, it doesn't really matter.
Like Cypher
because,
level.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like I consider it as like nobody really got it first because it just kind of
And that's
just
what
kind
I'm
of happened.
saying too,
It's broken.
especially after this Easter egg we're gonna complain about it. This one in particular, where from launch we were even skeptical on which was actually an Easter egg or not. And I feel like an Easter egg in my heart, a zombies Easter egg should be something that you're doing in a game. You know, even if the step you have to do, pulling a lever, something like that, making a difference in the map. It would have been awesome to, like, let's say, for example, like the ground broke out when you pack a punch and you can walk up to the fucking terminal. So many things you can do that. I feel like, once again, we got the three, and listen, we're blessed with 3 maps we got with Tracker. We got 3 maps. They delivered on that aspect. However, once again, anytime there's a bonus map, we got the giant dilemma all over again. I feel like we got a lot more with the Classified than the giant. However, it's just like... The giant, we were expecting more from. To be honest with you, I'm probably still sure there's probably still people today with the not back of the middle. They still hit something in the giant. They still have something, you know. So like Classified, I feel like I don't think after all of that should have happened on this map in particular.
I think people take it too seriously.
Yeah.
I think people are taking this cutscene like it's the end of the world. The only reason why I would ever take it seriously, okay, now hear me out, because I think if this happens, this is the stupidest part, is if there's a super Easter egg and you have to do the Classified Easter egg to get the super Easter egg. Because when you go onto the map, that would suck. That would suck because if you don't get the cutscene, that doesn't count as a completion, which is stupid. And like that, like I think as like honestly as Treyarch, I would be mega embarrassed because this is the thing is like when I have gone to Treyarch for a lot of the Black Ops 3 like DLC stuff, like we were asking questions and we kind of figured out that the version that Treyarch has of the game can be very different from the version that the actual consumer gets. And for some reason, this like disconnect has not been solved even ever since Black Ops 3. And like in Black Ops 3, it's just kind of ridiculous that it's still happening now and how sure maybe at Treyarch and their version of the game they can still get to around 150. But in the consumer version of the game, we're getting blue screens like not even around 100. So I don't know, man.
Now it's a way of the game. Now it's the blue screens is the way of the fucking. When I tell you the first blue screen I got, I felt it. Like like you feel it. Like the energy just drains from.
Because it's all of a sudden your game's just over. Like it just cuts it off. Like
you look at Revelations. Revelations, I would say, is when blue screens came super prominent, right?
Yes.
And literally within the first week, not even of Revelations, blue screens were solved. They were solved. They were done. But then this game just releases with a billion of them, and it's still not solved. And like the Treyarch doesn't even know what the problems are, which is why they had to add this system to track every Easter egg step to figure it out. I think that's mega embarrassing.
I would have to say it's probably the new engine you're using. Aren't they like using a new engine for this game?
I don't think so.
Same as Black Ops 3 is.
I think it's just because they're streamlining so much information for this game and that it takes up so much memory for even just a little PS4 that it's just quite a miracle that this game even exists on a console.
Yeah.
I'll never forget watching Noah's soul leave his body when he blue screened on the Rev Easter egg at like 4 a.m, like in the boss fight. I'll never forget. He looked like he wanted to die.
There were rumors that Black Ops 4 was intended to be made for the PS5. And then brought back Switch and whatever. They said, no, you got to make it for the PS4. We're not going to be done with the PS5 for a long time. That was a rumor I saw on on Reddit, and also I believe I heard it from some people in the community, and I was like, really? Very unique.
I feel like PS5 is still like a ways out. Like I
am like not ready for a new
6
console.
type of a ways out, you know?
Yeah, I'm not ready for a new console.
Man, I don't know. I like Black Ops 4. It's just so weird to me how a lot of these things like it does. It feels like in a way that a lot of improvements on Black Ops 3 just kind of weren't what we wanted or expected. Like everything to me in Black Ops 4 just feels really underpowered compared to Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
hell
not
yeah.
even compared to Black Ops 3, like compared to Black Ops 2, for God's
Yeah.
sakes. Like everything just feels super underpowered and you have to do way more to get it. Like, do I like that double tap got replaced by 4 pack punches and we were supposed to figure that out somehow?
Nowadays, it doesn't even matter what gun you use nowadays.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
all basically the same.
Someone was like, so like, what's the best gun in Black Ops 4? I'm like, well, they're all kind of like trash. Like you
honestly.
pretty much
That's
have
what
to
I'm
use
There is
it.
no good gun.
If you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
using a wonder weapon, and not even that, even if you're using a wonder weapon, just use the traps.
That's how I feel.
it.
That's
Yeah.
how it
Aside
feels
from like maybe the MOG and the Vapor.
Yeah.
aside
Like
from,
the best
those
point
guns,
on 9 is to just get the pistol pack a punch because I mean you just wall by ammo. There's like
Well,
no
and
point
see,
getting
this is the
anything
thing.
else.
I actually just it's funny you guys bring this up because I have a top 5 guns list that I just actually wrote out, and
Look at that.
the thing that I feel like people sleep on the most in this game, there's 2 guns. So one is actually the SDM sniper rifle. That thing
yeah.
is
I
like
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
You see, I don't pick up snipers in this fucking
yeah.
game.
See, did you guys ever use the SVU back in like Die
Yeah.
Rise?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's literally like that. It's exactly like that. And for some reason on PC, the SCM is better because of the
Shit.
precision or some type. Maybe there's more damage or something. I don't know. I don't know how that's a thing, but that's a thing. And then also, you guys need to try this. If you go on the 9 boss fight, bring the Helion. You literally like 2-shot the boss.
And in Voyage
rocket
too.
launcher.
In
If you bring the
Voyage.
Helion in the
Yeah.
Voyage Easter egg,
Mhm.
oh my god, you're gonna
It's
get done.
mega intense. Like the Helion is great, but again, I think the MOG is still your best bet.
Yeah, I can see why
Mhm.
people sleep on Helion because like all the past launchers have been pretty shitty.
No, like this is the first game that launchers have been good since
Shit, I think like Black Ops 1.
like Black Ops 1. Yeah, it's been like 10 years, bro.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it reminds me of like Black Ops 2 a little bit with the freaking war weapons and like the war weapons and stuff like that. There, you know how Black Ops Black Ops 3 was when you first played. And by the way, can I just say a little something here? Just a little something.
Whenever he starts raising his arm, you
little
know.
something, okay?
And you know it's gonna get crazy
You
when
know,
he starts
in the
fiddling
trailer,
with the mic.
you know, in the trailers in the summer, we saw the Brecci and the Drakon.
I feel like those are just
They're gone.
placeholders.
The Drakon would have gave me an orgasm, I mean, least. The Brecci could have been awesome just playing just throughout. Are you? But where
Well,
is it? But watch Blunder, watch Milo ask him, and then Blunder will be like, "Well, it's a time travel thing." Both fucking. It's a
No,
time
dude.
travel.
Honestly, I actually think those 2 guns were taken out because of community response. I genuinely-
Everyone
I
hates the
genuinely
Brecci,
believe that.
yeah.
I
Everyone
genuinely
hates the
believe
Brecci.
The Brecci was
Oh,
so good.
multiplayer!
shit.
Oh my god, the multiplayer community like can't stand the Brecci.
It's
Well,
good
it's just like a meme. It's like a meme now, right? It's just
Yeah.
like a complete joke.
So they
And the
replaced it with the
Dracon was
trash
amazing.
SG.
Maybe they
The
replaced
SG is
Dracon with
so
the
That's
bad.
all I wanted to say. Like, I saw it on the when they were Voyage of Despair, who Scarlet was running with it. Then you have Shaw, you know, the tough guy walking around just like with the Drakon. Yeah, hey, I would have loved the Drakon. The Drakon, you sit in the catwalk of the giant bing bing. You're there for 80 rounds.
Well, like
Dracon was nice.
the thing is
They
though,
could have just brought back the Brecci for just zombies too.
yeah.
Like they could have just like brought it back as like a zombies thing
Like
in
the
the box.
Tommy gun, you can only put camos on it. That would have been awesome. You could put camo, the attachment to the Tommy gun.
I just think the SG though is like the Brecci, and then the STM is like the
Yeah.
Drakon. They have the
Yeah.
replacements, but like, yeah, I gotta be honest. I am glad that a lot of Black Ops 3 guns didn't come back because I think that would have been a mate copy paste, and everybody would have been like super.
It's
pissed
more
off.
original now.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
another thing with copy and paste. Like, you know, we have people, you know, even in this community, it's not even like giving the game a chance because of like just like this thing. Like a lot of things. Like one person I see who, by the way, love his inspirations, stuff like that, and love for the freaking zombies community. Rizzo, he has a respectful comment on Black Ops 4, but you never see him making renders for it publicly. You know? Like everybody's expecting, oh yeah, Black Ops 4 Rizzo renders. He's like, fuck you, I'm saying World War II. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Rizzo hates Black Ops 4.
But that's
what's a Black Ops 4?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel the exact opposite. Like I'm like that for World War II, man. Like
I can't take.
I really cannot play that game.
I never even bought a DLC for that game. I don't have.
I bought DLC 1 and 2. That's it.
And that's what I mean. DLC 3 and 4 on World War II are the first 2 Easter eggs in Zombies history that I've never done, and that I'm never going to do. Yeah. Damn. Because I actually just had no motivation. I remember starting up my first game on the Frozen Dawn. What is that? I started up.
What is the Frozen Dawn? That sounds like a freaking bootleg in
Yeah.
But yeah, we've talked. Yeah, because we said all the World War II DLC names just sound really generic. The Shadowed Throne. It's just they take a description and just throw it on
the Final Reich.
I said the same thing about Black Ops 4, where it's okay, we have Electric Cherry. Why change Electric Cherry? Electric Bird. It literally sounds like you walk into the supermarket and you see the generic brand food. The off-brand food. You have Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Rice.
Bro, it's not even that, dude. Look at the Nerf Widows wine got.
Deadshot Dealer. Come on. And first of all, you keep Stamina Up, Mule Kick, and Quick Revive. You keep those 3 perks.
The thing I think, I had a conversation about Blundell about this before the game. I actually told him, I said, Blundell, this is gonna get some people mega fucking frustrated. People are gonna be pissed off. And basically his explanation was that they made the perk system like this so that throughout the game's life cycle they can actually add more perks, because not all the perks are broken and that are super clutch. So it's why have Widow's Wine when you can split it up into 3 perks? Obviously it makes the game underpowered, but it adds for more variety. So I don't know, as a gameplay aspect, as a developer aspect, that's what you want. That's the thing.
No, of course.
But as a player, I don't give a fuck. Give me the best shit.
The reason why they did this new perk system was because people would use the same perks: Quick Revive, Stamina, Speed Cold, etc. But now we still use the same perks. I always wanted Quick, Stamina, Electric Burst, or Dying Wish or whatever, and Stamina. Or whatever.
I think regardless, you're always gonna have crutch perks, but the game falls into the same thing. The most crutch perk I think in Black Ops 4 is Stamina. If you do not have that as your modifier, you're done.
That thing is boss.
That thing.
Humble of the Dead.
Good to know.
That thing's lifesaver.
Yeah. Dude, try it out. Run Stamina Up on the modifier. My boy, you're gonna be zooming.
You're gonna be
zooming.
And run Path of Sorrows too. You're gonna be just gone.
Run Path of Sorrows. Run the Chakrams. You're gonna be zooming out there.
You're just gonna be gone. You're gonna be right next to the docks. The next second, you're gonna be at spawn.
You're gonna be zooming, and then you got Quick Revive, which is basically the jug of this game. You regen health faster. It's basically the juggernaut.
I basically just put all the Jug's qualities in the Quick Revive.
And Dying Wish kind of too.
But more so, I think another super crutch perk for me at least is Victorious Tortoise. I love that.
Vinny put me onto that, and the classified thing, I was like this, and then I get hit. I hear an explosion. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I see I have no more shield, and I'm like, okay, go get the shield.
It's so good for Easter egg runs 9, where you can instantly deflect all the damage that the boss can hit you for.
Especially when you're doing that step inside the shield room too. It's even better in that room.
Mostly because of the explosion after. Because even if there's they're all around you down from all sides, it literally just spreads them out from you.
Right.
Yeah.
Folks,
it's so good.
Folks, so good. I mean, we have much more of a show to go on. However, I'm feeling a little
Boom
about
splits.
I'm feeling a little new segment of Boombot Blitz. Guys, if you haven't, and Lex also, if you want to put on a stream real fast to see Boombot's Blitz, this week Vinny has a little something to say about the classified Easter egg, and also college emails. If you ever get annoyed, if you ever been to college and you get those annoying emails to file for this and file for that. Vinny has something to say about it.
Wait, Lex, are you familiar with Boombot's Blitz? Like the concept?
I am.
Okay.
I watched the one with Greg, so I have a bit of
Okay.
That one was hilarious.
Here is the third segment of Boombot's Blitz.
Boombot's Blitz. Boombot's Blitz. Boombot's Blitz.
I'm Vinny Boombot.
So now we're outside here. If you could turn around real quick, we'll see that we ain't no bitches. You ready to record? We ain't no bitches. We ain't no bitches.
Very dark out. Don't know where we are, but guess what? We're doing it. Boombot's Blitz. This is the third segment of Boombot's Blitz. Now, let me tell you something. It's dark. You probably can hear only from your left eardrum. Well, guess what? Deal with it. Go scratch your grandmother's ass, and let's get on Boombot's Blitz.
All right, guys, it's dark, it's cold, it's freezing. But I think we get a little colder. Now, this episode of Boombot's Blitz is brought to you by Cryo Freeze Double Packer Punch. Now, as you can see, right now, ice is being poured down my thing, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about today, if you guys don't know something about me, I just started college recently, okay? I'm in college, you know, I'm doing the works, doing some fun shit right now, but however, that still doesn't stop fucking college emails. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with your fucking email from Iona College? Fucking, everything was fine, you know, I usually deal with it today. I'm feeling fine, I get today. We urge you to file for fast food. Now that's a fucking threat. That is a fucking threat. Oh, my fucking gallons is blue. Puma growing out of my stomach. Fuck is this all about? Switching over to our second topic of the week. The classified Easter egg. Now, everyone's in there fucking debating about, is it right? Is it wrong? Am I being bullied right now? And honestly, my opinion is, if you break a broken game, you're not breaking it. Fair game to all. Now, this episode of Boombot's Blitz is definitely going to kill me. I have initially felt 85% of my body. We are now striking back to 25. Oh yeah, sure, Joe, put the fucking bag over my stomach. I've now developed some sort of cryo baby. Out of this is Misty. Misty is growing, bitches. I can't feel 85. Oh my god! Oh! This has been Boombot's Blitz! Oh my god! Oh, we're going! This is so bad. This is so bad. Are you cold? Guys, help! I was attacked. This is a hate crime.
Am I being bullied right now? What did you say anything about zombies?
Yeah.
Alright, Evan, what should I do right now?
Enjoy the rest of the show, of course.
Behind you, I'm surprised you didn't be like,
Guys, that was this week's segment of Boombot's Blitz. Guys, if you haven't
that was
checked it out-
honestly the funniest.
Guys, this is why I tell you, the
That was
Is What It Is
hilarious.
podcast, you're getting a fucking show.
There it is.
My
Shout out
stomach
to
hurts a
Vinny.
little bit.
Shut up,
My
boy.
stomach is
Our
frozen
brave
from
trooper
Boombot's
Vinny.
Lex, Vinny would love to hear your words on this segment.
Oh yes. Okay. I'm ready to go.
You ready,
I'm ready to
Vinny?
go. Vinny. That was mega funny, dude. Honestly, though, that was, dude. I fucking love that man. I watched your documentary on AR gaming.
Did you
And
really?
dude, yes, I thought it was awesome because I wanted to know because when I met you at ZWC,
Yeah.
like you introduced yourself as Turbo,
Yeah.
and I looked you up, and it's still at the time I think it said either AR Gaming or AR Turbo.
Artificial gaming, yeah.
Yeah, so and I was like, oh, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah, I know.
So I watched it. I was like, oh, that's super interesting because it's like, dude, I find it so funny because like I feel like everybody usually starts in like one of those like Call of Duty clans, and then it just kind of like Just kind of goes from
stands.
somewhere.
Like, Mom, I made it. We got a clan.
Boys, we got it, dude.
That's-
We have a 5% discount on jerky.
Bro, it was
A 5% discount.
it was a time, man. Like, and I feel like, and this is a great, and I'm very happy. This is you're making me doing great transitions here, Lex.
I'll tell you.
You got you. Don't worry.
We
You got
want
it.
to talk about a little bit. Lex as a YouTuber in 2018, and many people know you as MrTLexify and stuff like that, and many people know you as the crazy edits, the crazy videos, the Z House, the boys, okay, and many people, many people say at least once in their life, like, if you one of your viewers definitely at one point said in their life they want to be a YouTuber too, they want to be a YouTuber, they want to go down that road, and then the ifs, ands, and buts occur. Lex, I and since you watched documentary, you can remember maybe if it's like we even said in that video, like when we started back in Advanced Warfare, and we literally from Black Ops 3 to like IW gained like 10 subs in that whole year, and we didn't fucking stop, and we didn't give a fuck. We just put our head down and kept doing it. Many people hear that story from people who are small and then still tend to be small, but people don't hear that story from you. So if there's like started off, is there like any beginning, like what was the beginning spark of not just like the person who wanted to put, like the person who said, I want to be if I'm gonna put on the pants, I want to put on the whole outfit, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. So like what was the initial spark of that?
See, my story I feel is super different from yours, right? Because I initially started off my YouTube channel as because all my friends have migrated from console gaming on the Xbox 360 to the PC, right? All I had like one friend left that would occasionally come on, and other than that, I had like a couple random Xbox friends, and I was like, "Fuck, I just need some boys to play with." So I started. For some reason, I started up a YouTube channel. I didn't even go onto the common thing, like go onto a forum or anything. So that was
go to my YouTube.
I just started.
I just wanted friends.
I just wanted friends. So I started up, and basically everybody kind of goes through the generics. Like I started in Mob of the Dead, right? Yeah. So it's quite interesting now that we're already at a remaster of it. But yeah, I basically did your generic. Hey guys, this is how you build the trample steam on Buried.
Yep.
Welcome on in, dude.
That's it.
And but the thing is, dude, I did some pretty interesting series. Like, a lot of people still, make fun of me for them. They're like, oh, bro, when's perma-perk hunting coming back?
Zombies weapon comparisons.
There it is. Yeah, the big one, zombie weapon comparison. But,
or ZWC, for sure.
After that, the thing is during that point, I didn't really take it too seriously until, I came back on and it's really interesting because what I noticed is I actually really like a game called Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, yeah.
I
saw you and Reed play it a couple times.
So Kingdom Hearts is it's just basically this game, and I noticed that there's it's a game that comes out super sparingly, like Zombies, so it's kind of similar in that aspect.
Yeah.
And I saw the community of these Kingdom Hearts people, and they were making top 5s. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this would be sick. And this was when nobody was doing top 5s in Zombies. And then basically I picked it up. First video gets fucking 7 million views. And I'm like, okay.
So I guess this is cool.
So yeah, it actually was where I was just kind of a part of a different community and just transitioned that to another community. And Zombies works great with top 5s, as we all know.
And that's why I love the fact, and that goes great with the saying I always say, is that once you start your YouTube channel, once you click, okay, this is my channel, you literally get handed a deck of cards. You get the cards you're dealt on YouTube. You can have the cards you're dealt where, we had them on the show, love them now, so, clean slate. We like the Pack-a-Puncher, I call the Pack-a-Puncher spark, where you can be that young, that successful. There you go, hand it to him. Then you can have, a channel where you're making content, struggling, doing it, and then you're growing it slowly but surely. You got the story. You get the cards you're dealt. Many people don't play them. the way they're handed to them. And I see the way you did it, where you had that one video, 7 million, you went with it, and you ride the rave, you kept making content, and then the constant viewership stuck. That's their story. Many people try to have other people's stories, and they try to have, okay, no, but I'm 19. I don't have 20 million subs, and that's the thing. That's the one thing, and I love watching Gary V for this, when it's like you have amazing a kid. We had this clip when we had Chopper on the podcast, and we had a long talk about it, and it was literally saying, listen, young kid came up to him, said straight out, if you ever care about your sub count when you're first starting out, you're gonna fail right off the bat. Yep. He said it's initial failure. That's the one way kids fail on YouTube. And, you know, once again, when Greg's on, you know, we all talk about our channel. We all talk about, you know, just in general what's going on. And we never, on this podcast, we never talk to try to blow smoke up anybody's asses. Lex can leave any fucking time he wants to. We don't hold him on a string. Goodbye. And, but it's like, yeah. And I thought of this topic, man, because we don't really get to hear this many of the conversations coming from you. And I guess, you know, and you have a lot of stories from your journey, from you being a YouTuber. But the one thing I just want to get into next is, speaking to what I was speaking about before, is what do you have for the people? And when we told people we're having you on, we were getting a lot of questions. But the main thing was, though, what advice do you have for someone who's literally thinking, not having a channel, but thinking about making a YouTube channel now? Not already having one, because and when I try to give the answer, I first of all speak the fact where I am in nowhere terms of giving you advice. However, you know, starting a channel now is as much scarier as of making content for a channel now in 2018. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I gotta be honest. I gotta be real here. If you're gonna make a channel, I would not make it on zombies. I feel like zombies is something that is like so overdone at this point. It's like, this is literally the end. Like people.
Black Ops 3 is like the peak.
People don't see it, where like Black Ops 1 was right here, and then Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4 were kind of like hitting that denouement kind of thing. It's like, hey, let's end it off, and then we hit the end. That's how I see Call of Duty. But the thing is like, every year that I've done YouTube, I give you a different answer.
Yeah,
because
it's one year's consistency, another year you can have YouTube's algorithm could be benefited.
Exactly.
It's one time.
It's all the algorithm.
They can push all videos.
It happens with every game. Like even Fortnite, it happened but it just happened in a shorter time period. Like, it just shoots up and it gets to a point where it's just so oversaturated and it's so like concrete. There's a community where it's just like, okay, this is like growth, and this is just not possible at some point. I mean, it's possible, it's just not that exponential like Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite happened in like 7 months, 8 months.
The thing I'm just gonna say is just like, you gotta do something that is of major quality. And the way I see some people bust their ass on YouTube, in my opinion, it's not even worth it for the amount that they do. Like, they would have to genuinely love every second of it, really. Like, Game Theorist is a great example. Like, a super unique channel, but the problem is they spend hundreds of hours on a single video, and sometimes those videos don't pay off, right? So like,
and that's a very hard category too. Those type of people, like the
editors,
the editors, the watch mojos, like those top 5 channels now. Like, the top 5 channels had their peak. Now it's like, think about those. Now, even though it's much easier because you're not in a square box with a Call of Duty game mode, you have anything you can do with top 5s. But then because usually top 5 channels, they expect things every day. For those type of channels, those editing type of channels, they expecting, because that's how they make the money, is that they go every single day. But the editing channels, you know, what you call it, Lex, we are very familiar. The teaser that was made, Archie, very familiar with him. Yeah. You see the talent the kid fucking has, man. You can see it. He's pumping out stuff. He's making it. But then some of the stuff, like, people can say, oh, that's the one thing. Many people see the work and then they say, oh, you deserve. But hey, once again, the cards you dealt, your path is so different to the next person's, you know?
Well, for like I've worked with a lot of editors, for example. A lot of people don't even know this, but I've worked. Josh A has actually been my editor for a lot of Black Ops 3 videos that I did.
Wow.
Really?
And and I actually like the specific person actually who made my Remember That Time When intros. His name is Slazo. He actually stopped making them because he just all of a sudden blew up on YouTube, like reading Reddit comments and like all these different stories and stuff. So like it's really like, in my opinion, if you want to be guaranteed success, A, it's not possible.
No.
But B, the closest thing I could tell you to do that is hardcore editing and just really well made videos. Like, and that is difficult to do. A lot of people don't have that. Like they
in the end, even if you don't grow off of it, you're still like happy with the videos you make.
Yeah,
but it's even the stamina with that. Like those videos take way longer to produce instead of just like cookie cutting like a ton of videos daily.
I like 2017 was kind of that year for me where it was just like I didn't really give a shit too much about zombies. Whereas like IIWII I liked a little bit, but then World War II came out and I totally fell off with that. Where I would literally make like a video every like 2 weeks to a month. Yeah. Right. And I wanted to make them quality. And I didn't really care how much I was paid or whatever, and I just wanted to have fun with it. And I really liked that year. There's like Overwatch and mixed in there, Fortnite, all that.
It's a great time when you can have, for example, you have so many times when you make a YouTube video. I'm seeing a lot of the comments in the chat right now. It's like it's literally the least expected video you make is the one to get the views. It's always like that. Anything.
It's always that.
The least expected thing, anything in life, that's the one that gets targeted or something like that. It's always the least thing you'd expect in anything you do.
That's so disheartening too, like because like some videos you throw up, you're like, okay, people will use this, it's like this will get some views, and then you're like, oh man, everybody go watch this, and then it just like falls flat, and then everybody watches the other one. It's really conflicting.
It's really rough when you're doing YouTube, and I'm pretty sure many people who's even a creator has this in 2018 of YouTube, where I don't know if you also saw this video where it was the because I make the content now for the ZWC channel for the part of the year.
Right.
ZWC, when I made that first video on the ZWC channel saying here's what you guys should be expecting for the year, I told it's usually who films me is me, Vinny, and my friend Joe. And me and Joe were there at the park that day. I said, Joe, here's the shot I want to get. I said, and this is the way I, just go format videos. Like, if there's going to be a topic in the zombies community about Richtofen dying, for example, I'm not going to sit down, write a script, plop gameplay, talk about it. That's it. If it's a turbo video, I just try to go out. I don't know what you call it. Like you said, how the advice you gave about starting a YouTube channel, not doing zombies, I started doing stand-up comedy. Like, comedy is what I found to be the content I want to make now.
Yeah.
However, I enjoy Call of Duty Zombies. So if I want to mix it in there, that's how I found my niche. And I found, like, you know what? This is what I like to do. And you have to find what you like to do most important.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
The thing is like when I started off my channel, for example, I literally could have been a fucking Walking Dead YouTuber. Because I right at the end of my first video, I say, "Hey guys, you want me to play zombies or Walking Dead?"
Telltale Games or Walking Dead. Is Lee dead?
Like,
who knows?
We could have been in a completely different situation, right? But it's just like the thing is I like zombies on Call of Duty. I've always liked zombies. I've played since Black Ops 1, and then I went back, played the World at War maps, and then like I kind of started in Black Ops 2 because I was actually about to quit in zombies in a hole after Die Rise because I was so pissed off with Transit and Die Rise, and I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. And the mob that came out saved everybody, saved me.
Blundell.
So like
Blundell,
man,
Blundell. He gave you a little touch.
Yeah, he.
God bless.
The campaign team from Zombies. Ooh.
There you go. But yeah, I get, like it's the journey and the crazy things that happen, and everything happens for a reason, man. I cannot stop saying
Turbo
that.
said he's gonna get a tattoo of that.
Everything happens for a reason. And it's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody, Jack, Lex, anybody can right now, speak of a moment where anything happens for a reason. You don't expect it to happen, and then it happens, especially on YouTube. I was and I was going to say this for the last part of the podcast, however, I'm going to say it now. It was last Thursday, the vid you made about the Mob of Dead thing, and you added my clip in there and stuff like that. Lex, let me tell you a story. And it's hard for me not to get, I'm not funny or have a joke here and there, but I'm going to be serious for a second here. You have those days on YouTube where you literally have those days where you just have no urge to do nothing. You just have nothing. No Red Bull or Monster Jack is helping you to get at it those days. Those days, nothing happens, okay? Nothing happens. So I remember, and then this is one thing that I am very blessed for, is that my mom and dad, you met my father. I did. I told him, I said, Alexa's going to be on the podcast. He goes, oh, the pink hair guy. And I said, yeah. and I said, and it was fun. I remember when I was at ZWI and I was like, oh, my father's talking to fucking Lex. He's definitely talking about Brooklyn and how many bodies he sees dead on the floor and shit. He's definitely saying something here. But no, I was having one of those days and I was just I was looking at the scripts I was making. I had to go film the next day, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I wish I can just because I can, but I just don't feel comfortable making those videos anymore. Where it's just me sitting down doing a voiceover. It's the content you just don't feel comfortable with. And I was having that day, and I was just sitting there, and I'm honest to God, I was sitting there, and I was starting to tear up. I was like, is this fucking worth it? Is all this work worth it? I'm looking around. I got fucking my room is becoming a fucking murder suspect case. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Last week to get the lines.
Yeah, we need lines from different points.
We need your victims' faces on the wall.
That's it. I need the yawn. And it started getting to that point where I was just people are fucking getting shout outs for scratching their ass, and they're getting subs, and people are doing this and they're getting views. Either they're buying it or they're selling it, and it's and I started to tear up, and then I get the tweet, and, oh, I saw your Alexa's video, and then I'm like, what? And then instantly my day just turned around. And you as a creator, you need those moments to just stabilize you a little bit.
Yeah. I agree.
And once you did not have to do that, you didn't have to do that. The people don't know how when you're making a video, you control everything you're doing in that video. You know ins and outs of that video. Mm-hmm. And then when I saw that, I literally looked and I sat up and I was just literally the urge to not work no more, the urge came back, and then we went out, recorded the Boombot Splits, recorded a skit, and we did all that stuff. And then I look back and I'm like, you know what? I don't care if somebody gets excited, because when you go out to film and you leave at 8 in the morning and you come back fucking 7 at night, all filming and shit, and you're looking on Twitter, they're getting excited over someone's mystery box gun video, and you're like, listen, I understand.
I made a header for you.
I understand that. I understand. I get it. I respect it, because every content you put 100% in, I respect. And then there's sometimes too where I just went out, got 2 bunions on my toes, and it's hard. But you know what though? The one thing I learned though, and the one thing you gave me, Lex, was literally the urge to say it's not fucking over. Me and Lonely Mailbox talking about that as EBC. He said, he goes, you must be, as a young creator, you see so many YouTubers get there by snaking their way to some milestones or doing this for some milestones. Yeah. And he says, but bro, they don't last. He said, bro, they do not last. And then I asked him, I'm like, yeah, but then blah, blah. And then he said, and that's when he's like, Turbo? He goes, they don't last. And I was just, first and foremost, this wasn't I'm thankful, Lex, oh my God. But it's just what do you do in those times as a big creator, creator your size? What do you do when you do see a creator you know what, he's not that bad. What kind of feeling do you get about it? Because if us, me, Jack, of us, we always talk oh, dude, this kid's fucking funny. This kid's great.
Well-
This kid's good. And then they just don't know how to plan out their channel, you know? And it's you know,
Right. Well, okay, so there's two things, right? Moving back to your point about the motivation. Like, for example, I totally feel you on that because for some random reason, I just had no urge to make videos back like around the end of 2017, and I stopped I think for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I just went to this wedding with my family down in to California, and for some reason, I just like got the urge again.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what it is. Like
You got the urge to start dating or to make videos again?
No.
Like,
urge to make videos. Like it's just like I think it was just being with family and just like it was like, oh dude, this is just like a really good feeling or something, and it just came back.
I mean,
to
it
me
is a wedding, so like that's like
Yeah.
a happy place to be at.
So like that really helped. But in terms of like seeing new channels and stuff, like it's rough because I feel as we progress, it's harder and more difficult to come by situations like that. Like for example, the way Pat found my channel was he found my triple juggernog video, some stupid shit, and he's like, "This guy's funny." And then he messaged me, and like, it's just crazy how like things like that have evolved and stuff. But like,
and you never know who's watching your stuff.
You never know.
I went to ZWI looking at all you motherfuckers like, oh, here we go. Like, I'm just gonna be treated like he's another kid. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, okay, we got you one, whatever. I went up to Pizza. He goes, and I explained to my dude. He goes, I listen to your podcast. I listen to it. And I'm like, the fuck?
You're like, oh, you listen.
Like,
Okay.
You gotta know we're well connected. Like a lot of like.
Yeah, man.
I know a lot of YouTubers, for example, like what they do is they type their name in the search bar and then they put like the search results to the past week. Yeah. So if you made a video about us, we'll see it, we'll look at it, we'll check it out. Like I read my tweets. Like for example, yesterday, I just got a message about this guy who is blind, fully blind.
TJ.
TJ and plays zombies. And I was like, I watched that. I was so inspired.
That's legit.
His highest record is round 28 on Knocked.
Blind.
Can you?
He's crazy, dude.
That's what I watched the video. I was like, dude, there's no way. And he doesn't even use a thunder gun for half of it. He's playing Black Ops 3 Knocked. He literally just uses the BRM. And I'm like, bro, you're insane. This guy's a fucking legend. Like I was like, holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit.
that's what I mean. Like if I see shit like that, it definitely deserves the recognition.
Oh, 100%.
Right? But the thing I should recommend to you, and the thing that I've seen with a lot of these other zombie YouTubers, and even people that I know like Chucky or Tommy or whatever, right? Get yourself involved with everything. Like I know. But the thing is, though, I'm not just saying about zombies, right?
No,
I mean, like, for example, when Fortnite came out, like the people who are most successful on it now got involved day one. They were there, they streamed, they made videos, they made different videos, they learned about the community. That's what I'm saying. Whatever the next big game is, if you're done with zombies after Black Ops 4,
that's it.
Get involved. Do something. Yeah. Find your niche, and even if it's just like a small game, if you're able to take a small game's full percentage rather than a big game's small percentage, right? That's way better, right? Like for example, Quinn, Q9Z, he has a second channel on Star Wars Battlefront, and it does really well for him. He also apparently has a hidden Fortnite channel.
Yeah, everybody looked for that really for like days because he just tweeted about it. He's like, yeah, my Fortnite channel's doing really good, and everyone. Wait, what?
Yeah, I remember. So like Quinn is a really good example because he's super well versed on like, okay, this is how you do it. This is like I'm just involved in everything. I like making videos for everything, and collectively it works. And I think that's a great way to move forward, especially in the way that YouTube is right now, because like. That's one of the reasons also like why I've moved to streaming on Twitch because like man, I think YouTube algorithms right now are so whack. Like they are unbelievably whack. And like I think if you want to do the best that you can, find new interests. That's
That's why I made the video a long time ago. I said honestly, see, and after, because I think it's been now like 7 months since I stopped the like the normal zombie video of like the gameplay over like commentary.
Yeah.
And I made the video one day. I said I am not a zombies YouTuber. I said I'm an entertainer. I said and I found that. I found that right when I came back from LA. I found that I am an entertainer, not just a zombies YouTuber. And when I saw when I said that out loud, and I made that public that how I felt, that's when I started doing more of the skits, and that's why I said I want this podcast not just to be like, much respect, love it. They are the blueprint to it, honestly, to this podcast. Zombros is great for when you want to go on, talk about zombies, info, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to just come on, have a good time, and also speak about what your interests are, which is mostly we have YouTubers from the zombies community, all that stuff like that. Yeah, we talk about it, but like I later on now, we're gonna be talking about something funny that I saw on Twitter yesterday. But still, like we have a great time. We have segments. We want everybody to be into it. I want everybody to have a smile, and that's the one thing about. And I know what you call Jack's content, Nia Dai's content, is that we all have the same goal, which is, to every single second of that video, we want you to either have a smile on your face, and we want you to remember, because any video I make, I don't want it to be like, oh, okay, that video taught me how to make that on 9. That video taught me that. I want it to be like Turbo fucking. I'm gonna remember that punchline for a long time. Like that joke he said was funny, or that intro ski did with Vinny Boombots and Joe, that was funny. Or like I want people to have something with my videos, and I want people, and you know what? And I still said, I'm like, you know what? I'm the content I'm making, I'm doing it in a different fashion, but I'm still keeping the game mode I love involved with it. Yeah. And that's why I feel like the time I have with the content lately, you have those moments where you find yourself in the groove. You find yourself in the groove, and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm liking what I'm fucking making here." Like I'm not getting tired of it. And then you get those times where you're like, "I have to do another one," but then you settle down. You work out what you got to do,
reevaluate,
and then you go again. And then that's something I found this year was a lot, like with the skits and stuff like that. And I don't know if you saw it, but one day I made a skit of I was sitting down and I was making believe I was Blundell crossing out the perk names, like and I put your head on this, like, I think it's Mia Khalifa's tits, and I think it was your head and Mia Khalifa's tits had each BO4 logo on them. And then I said, "Don't worry, that's Blundell's private readings." And then I just went on and I just threw it. And my mom,
I did not see that one.
My mom found it, and then she was.
You'd have to link.
I'll link it to you after. And then she watched it. She goes, "What is this?" And I said, "It's Blundell's private readings." You gotta get back. You know what's funny? My mom and grandma are probably watching this right now. So, mom and grandma, hello.
Grandma.
Oh, again.
Yeah.
I just want to
Jack's grandma.
Like. And that's the thing that I love. Widen your range. Like, the thing that I found it was so interesting was back when Leafy was like kind of starting to grow. Now this is a while ago.
Lex.
Yeah, no, this is a while ago, right? At that time, I'm gonna be honest with you lads. I was following Leafy. Him and I were on the DMs. I was following Pirate Cynical. Him and I were on the DMs. I was following Rice Gum. Like, I knew about all of these channels. I remember watching Rice Gum's channel when he's at 60,000 subscribers. Wow. Right? So it's like, the thing is like,
you need to find your spark, and that's what
find it. And if you see that there's a venue, go for it. Like that's the thing. It's like you don't have to just focus on zombies, and that's why like a lot of people, when I go on the Reddit, for example, they're upset that I have flip-flopped from so many games onto my channel, but it's just like I just kind of wanted to fucking do it, right? And I just did it. Got it, and a lot of videos did like super well, and I just really enjoy it. So like that's what I'm saying. If you see something that nobody's done and you want to capitalize it and you think it's cool and you think you can do it better, go.
Yeah,
honestly, I have to agree with that. Like my whole niche I'm finding is that I'm really good at making creepy-ass content. Like you can watch it, have a smile on your face, but also be scared at the same time.
Right.
And
exactly.
I found out when I had like a conspiracy theory series I did that was inspired by Shane Dawson, of course. And everybody loved it. Everybody was even scared from the intro itself. So like I was just like really happy that people were not only enjoying it but saying I should do it more. And now I'm trying to bring more creepy ass content to games like Black Ops 4 with my newest video that I'm working on currently. And it is like the hardest thing to find your niche too, because it took me 7 years to find this niche.
Yep.
So
which
like,
is why I'm saying,
extremely hard.
go just try new shit. Go out,
Yeah.
fucking look up different communities. Go on a recommended video spree. Do something, because like something will eventually pop out to you. Where like what I'm trying to say is I don't want people to be stuck under the Treyarch reign. Where it's like your whole life is dictated by this one company, and if they fuck up, then everything you've done is fucked up.
You're done. Because and then even my friend Matt said it in that documentary. He goes, I don't think, he goes, Turbo, he goes, I don't think, you know, there's, if you have a channel that's not just on it, but you have that like MC Sport Talk tweeted out recently saying he wants to distance himself from that normal Call of Duty thing. And me and him were talking, and I said, you know, right away, I was like, Matt, this is a great fucking idea. It's a great idea. And he goes, yeah, I know. And then I started thinking in my head, I was like, literally, Matt has the perfect personality to have a personality channel. And then that's when I sat down with by myself, and I sat down, and I started looking at the channels, and I started looking at YouTube, and I said, no one in the Zombies community has that personality channel. So that's why when I started getting behind the camera for the DLCs, I'm already planning on getting those audible mics. I'm going to Times Square. I'm gonna go to Times Square. That's why the personality fact. I don't know if you watched him, but this guy Joe Senegato on YouTube. Joe Senegato.
Yeah.
Funny fucking guy. He reminds me of, he's from New York too. He reminds me of that, and you have that personality. And me and Jack fuck around with this all the time. Sometimes people don't give a fuck what I say. They just hear how I say it. And they don't care.
Like, I always joke about how like half of his channel is just his accent.
Half of your fame is just from your accent.
And then
like,
when I start,
but that's not a bad thing, though.
No, because in the end of Black Ops 3, at the end of Black Ops 3 Revelations, I had a total of 20 people watching my videos. That's it. It would be at 20 views. That's it. Now, when people come to me and they ask me, "Oh, why are you so happy? You're only getting like 200, 300 views video right now." I'm like, because I was at fucking 20 a couple months ago. I was like, Lex, you can have the ratio of, you can be upset of a 100K video because you're still used to getting those big views. But then still, you look back, you know what I always do too? I always type in, look at the venue for Madison Square Garden. Look at the venue for Yankee Stadium. Look at all the people you're filling. You have those people watching your videos. Think about you being in the center of Citi Field, the Yankee Stadium, or the fucking the middle of the Super Bowl, and you're sitting there, 70,000 people, 70,000 views. 70,000 views to people in this game today is a fucking embellishment. Take it down, get it the fuck away. But then you think, if you were in the middle there, unless you're paying your bills and you have to survive off YouTube, I get it. But see, you gotta think about that factor.
It's all about your end goal, because like my end goal was actually 1 million subscribers, and it's crazy because I hit that goal, and now I've hit that goal, and like, getting subscribers after that, like that's why there's been like kind of like a huge plateau, because I'm just like, honestly, lads, like I'm not really gonna aim for 10 million, because that's stupid as fuck. Like I don't want to. Like if it's a goal of yours, go for it. But like it wasn't a goal of mine. I already hit my goal, and I'm just like, it's weird because at this point that I'm at, and even with Pat, it's just kind of this preservation. That's all it is.
You were saying that a lot as ZWC, and you were saying it. You were like, lads, you were like, I feel like this year, it's gonna be the year of like torches being passed on, and it's gonna be like. It's going to be next, because I even told my mother, I said, Mom, listen, I said, this zombie season, I'm looking to have fun. I'm looking to make the content that I know I can fucking make. And literally, every time I think about something to do, nobody wants to hear it when it's on the first initial paper, because I have like weird shit. Like for Near Die's video, Near Die asked me right away. I said, I got it, so I'm gonna go outside as a news anchor, and then it just goes on. It goes on
like
on.
2 a.m. we were just talking about it. You're like, all right, I'm all type of intro,
By the way, Turbo, you are hilarious at 2 a.m. By the way,
Turbo's weird
2
at 2
a.m.
a.m.
Turbo. Literally, if I can't sleep at night, I'm either working on my stand-up or I'm either just writing down a script. Like what's one I can actually pull up right here?
By the way, while you do that, Benny says he loves you, Lex. Benny 445.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
I have an intro skit where it's like, starts out with me and Vinny playing zombies. I go, this map can suck my bulging disc. Come on. It's just, and then if I can't sleep, I'm either DMing Jack, like I can't fucking go to sleep, or I'm just writing comedy, or I'm writing like a script for a video. And that's the point where I think people also miss, and I think you'll like this, Lex, is people don't understand how much the experience teaches you in this fucking game.
Yeah.
If you can, and literally, we talk about this from the earliest podcast on. Literally, you can make a video for an hour, putting your work, your blood, sweat, and tears in it. Somebody Mr. Beast can count to 10,000, boom. But people don't understand though.
No video. Let's count to 10 million.
People don't understand though the experience you got from making those videos is gonna teach you a lot more lessons than someone giving you a fucking shout out. 110%.
A whole lot of live lessons
110%.
about just like motivation and just putting yourself to it.
Exactly. It's it's very very, very good and
rewarding.
Very rewarding. Lex, have you ever had a time on YouTube where you had like your trust was being tested?
That's an interesting one. What do you mean by that? Like in terms of people, or
you get it from the smaller stage for literally the only people I have a block or mute on Twitter is like if they get disrespected and stuff like that.
Right.
What as a YouTuber, and this is a good lesson for me, Jack and your Dice. That's why I wanted to throw it out there. What is your one little piece of advice on learning who you can and cannot trust? Because many people might not know, but that is a big aspect in this game.
And I gotta be real, this is one of the reasons why I've stayed in the zombies community, because out of any community I've seen on YouTube, I have to be honest, in terms of the YouTube connection, we're the best. I have to be real. We are beyond.
Who can put on a ZWC or ZWC2 without a fucking bottle being thrown in the YouTube community?
But this is what I mean. We in less than 4 or 5 days, I'm renting an RV with JC and a bunch of other guys, and we're gonna be driving to a specific YouTuber's house for like 14 hours.
Monka.
That just never happens, right? Like,
so that's what that vague tweet was yesterday when JC's like only with plan this really random trip.
Like, it's random, but it's funny. Like, I'm living with Liam right now, right? It's just that's got to be one of the major things that why I've stayed, is because the people that I've met, and like especially through Z House 1 and Z House 2, unreal. Like, it's just like an unreal experience that I'm telling you, it like that's something that the zombies community does have. Yeah. It has a network of people, like in terms of YouTubers, that are unparalleled to what I've ever seen before. And we're like super tight knit. There's no like bad guy of the zombies community. Yeah. We're all just here to have a good time, enjoy each other's company. And that is something that is so valuable, because like, for example, back a couple of years ago, I would say, like, look at the multiplayer community on Call of Duty. Is there even a multiplayer community on Call of Duty?
I can name 3.
It's just a lot of pub stompers.
I told my friend, remember going on YouTube and Black Ops 2 and seeing like Swifter and fucking all those big multiplayer people like Simon Says.
They're all on their own now. That's what I mean. Like, zombies is the last like thing that's like conclusive. There's like actual like a group.
That's why I'm very happy that that's why, like I remember saying to myself, I was like, thank God I found something else to like listen. God bless, I can still make content on Call of Duty. But how many times can I talk about fucking Monty Scoff? Can I be honest here?
Honestly,
that's why sometimes I just put in the title like, oh, Vic this blah blah blah, but then I'm doing half like fucking SNL skits in between. Yeah. That's it. But like you said, it's all about, and that experience, you starting YouTube, you would never thought of going on. Come on, I remember you saying a story. The first year for the Z House, you were conflicted because your mom wanted you to go to fucking, where was it, Norway or something?
No. So I was it the first? It was either the first or the second. So I remember calling JC actually before the first Z House.
Yeah.
Because him and I were doing remember that time when, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, I don't know if I should go. And he was like, dude, it's literally in a week. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, this is so weird. Like, I've never done something like this. Thank God I went. But I was actually, my family heritage is Ukraine. So I would have actually gone to Ukraine for a month. God, that would have been fucking horrible. So I'm glad.
You would've been watching
Staying in
that,
grandma's cottage.
Yeah,
no.
Garage
Instead, you went to
Krovi.
LA and had fun.
Yeah, Garage Krovi, Revelations. Hey, guten Tag, mother.
It would have been rough,
Funny
man. So
shit,
like,
Yeah.
I definitely made the right call there. But it's interesting, man. Like the zombies community really doesn't like that's got to be the one major appeal. Like without this type of community, I would have left long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, without a
would've
doubt.
left long
Without
ago.
a- And even the drama in the zombies community is like drama. Like
It's
you
so
see Adam
The
22.
drama is literally
You see-
lasting for like 2 seconds.
You
and then
see
it's
Adam
over.
22 like fucking Ice Poseidon and Foodie 2 about the fucking not Ice Poseidon, the other guy, but man, that whole big podcast. They're about to fucking throw hands.
They're about to beat each
They're about
other
to
up.
throw, they're
Yeah.
about to throw hands. Do you think if like Reed, John, and like Dollar got together,
Reed.
Reed just gets up like, you fucking scumbag, you scumbag,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
knew how I felt about Gobblegums.
No,
You knew how I felt
actually,
about
it
Gobblegums.
wouldn't work like that. They just throw the whiteboards at each other.
Yeah, so throwing hands, throw
Well, that's what I
hands.
mean. The zombies community drama, like to me in itself, I think that's what makes it so funny. Is it's because it's like people take the game so seriously that it's just a joke.
Like,
It's just a major
just
joke.
imagine.
Honestly,
It's
like
so
the reason
Monty
why
was wearing black shoes. I swear to God.
Imagine
Damn it.
Imagine Milo getting an email saying, "Okay, we're gonna set up another fucking interview." They get to the interview, Milo X. So yeah, why the blue screens? Melinda's like, "You fucking scumbag." Let me tell you why.
Get out! Get out!
He's chasing it around. Milo's in his notebook like, "Oh my god!" And then he's just fucking dead. He's jetting. He's
My
jetting.
boy gone.
But yeah, and then Blundell says like this. So DOC3, we're going to Atlantis. So but yeah, fucking God, I can't wait. I can't wait for Milo and Blundell to throw hands one day. I'll be
Man.
I'll be there for that fight. But yeah, I'm
But
on
yeah,
a ticket.
like-
It's gonna be Logan Paul, KSI, and Blundell Milo. It's what's gonna happen.
Well, no, Miles, no, that's actually the main.
Reed
that's the
versus
main-
Milo.
yeah.
Great boxing
That's
fight
the
right
main
there.
event.
That's terrifying.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's the main
I
event.
do think the reason why drama doesn't last in the community is because like we all freaking love each other. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, we have like so much love for one another.
We're all fucking great friends.
Yeah. Like yeah, Jerry, I'm
Yeah,
definitely not
well,
gonna
for
fight
Christmas,
you.
we're all gonna
I'm
be
definitely
singing
not
carols.
gonna fight you.
Oh,
I'm definitely
Jesus.
not gonna fight you. Bro.
No, but you know what's also funny
He's
too?
getting a gun.
You know what's funny too? You hear
Jesus, man. Oh my God. Who is this guy?
You know what's funny? I have in there. I have a katana, Michonne's katana, replica katana. Let me tell you what happened one time. So I'm in my kitchen, right?
Fucking bring it, dude. I'm gonna hit you with some
Jackie
blues.
Chan, I can do all these moves and shit. I'm looking
Path
like
of Sorrows.
I'm looking like I have freaking arthritis, and I'm swinging the katana. And I mismeasure how far the chandelier is from the sky.
Oh,
I'm
no.
shaking. I hear
Like, Ma, I was trying to be tacky.
now right away I'm waiting for the Matt. I'm waiting for that.
I'm sorry to turn on zombie blood. I'm sorry.
I said I'm waiting for that.
I'm sorry to turn on that zombie blood.
So
I was
so
practicing my
I'm
cosplay.
waiting for that, and then I'm looking down, and ice, like the glass is just all over me. And my mom goes, "What was that?" I'm like, "A little scratch." And I go, I get the broom. I'm sweeping. She goes, "What the fuck happened to my chandelier?" And I'm like, Oh shit! What happened, Mom? What the
Oh,
fuck?
that one. Yeah, I don't know what.
Whoa,
What happened?
no, that wasn't me, dude.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
And with this Negan bat, right? With this Negan bat, I'm thinking I'm like fucking King Outta jousting on a horse. Vinny is right, like Vinny's like by the wall where it's over there, and I think he's gonna stay there. I wasn't gonna hit him with this. I love him. I'm not gonna puncture him. So I'm running. I thought I would just slightly tap him. He gets out of the way, put a hole in the drywall. I'm looking at it. I'm like,
put a poster over.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, first of all, my mom's gonna think I punched the wall or something. Like I blue screen, bang, you bastard. Like she's gonna think I did something. And then Vinny's looking at the hole too, and I'm like, huh?
Hey, Turbo, easy fix. Just put a poster over it. Just put a poster over it, and if your mom finds it, tell her that was the poster that Richtofen came out of.
That
You see the
Richtofen
hole?
came
That's the hole. It just popped in for a second to say what's up.
No, but if you have Italian mother, Lex, I'm not sure if you have one, but if you have
I got one worse. It's called a Slavic mother, dude.
Slavic
Oh my
mother.
God.
Oh, you got my
ass.
friend Joe is Albanian.
Yeah.
The Albanians, oh, Maron, you think they were worse than the Italians? Oh, but no, one time I don't know what I said. I don't know. You know what's funny? I don't even know what it is. But Italian fathers, they have something with their fist. Like anytime they get mad, they're like, either hand them out. And I remember one time, I don't even know what I was doing. You know, like those like little like those motorized cars you can go in, like the Toys R Us cars. Yeah, I got one of those. I think I couldn't fit in it, and I told my dad, like, Dad, I can't. I'm a fat bastard. I can't fit in this thing here. My father goes, yeah, you can, squish. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like 6 years old, 7. I'm like, Dad, I can't. He walks over, and I'm like, yeah, but man, a lot of fun stories. The way I record, like the way I'm behind a white wall every video, I'm in my kitchen, so I put up a fucking.
And you're like, Ma, if you ever repaint this wall, I swear you'll ruin all my
mom is
videos.
like, we're gonna paint the wall hippo vagina. That's the color. Hippo vagina. It's a light purple, not too light. And I'm like, Ma, if you paint my wall, where am I gonna make videos? I'm like, I'm gonna have to go move into the UK.
My whole set is destroyed.
White wall. It's the classic white wall. You need to you see, you need to have it.
Yours on an angle might have people pass out.
I have
their
the
eyes
white
might.
wall, but classic pictures of me when I was 2.
Oh, no, that's a great backdrop.
Flex, I remember the one thing.
I got the 49er thing too, so there's that.
One of the first times I've heard of you was when Vinny was watching a stream when your mom asked you if you wanted like pepperoni pizza, and you scared the shit.
He's just shaking his head.
Yeah. And then there was one I added in the beginning was when you were walking, when your mom caught you half out the window, half inside. Let me tell you. Oh my God. I was making what video was it? It relates to fucking that. And by the way, Lex, think of stories you got, because I'm ready to fucking go deep in your brain and see what the hell you got going on. So
there's a reason
Lex,
why
Lex,
one of the
you're on deck,
titles
Lex. You're on deck.
Podcast is Lex's legacy.
You're on deck, Lex. But
my mom, man, like, dude, this is the reason why I'm here right now. Because my mom, like, listen, this is the reason why I've been traveling outside of where I live over. Like, I've spent, I think, more time away from home this year than at home.
Yeah.
She's sitting there watching it right now, like getting her hand ready. Like,
I'm ready to slap his ass when he walks in. Hey, bastard.
What'd you say about me?
The
podcast?
I was recording a video for, I think it was like the first one when I had no relation to ZWC whatsoever, and I didn't even know Jose and Matt that well at the time. And I make a video, and at one point I made believe my friend Joe crumbled up a poster for ZWC and threw it in the garbage, and then I kicked the shit out of him. I had to get him on the ground and actually kick the shit out of him. I'm like, Joe, if I hurt you, just say something and I'll stop. A lady stuck at a red light was watching her. She gets out. Get off him! Get off him! I'm calling 911. I'm like, are these fucking gameplay channels getting this experience right now? I'm getting in a cup now. But I was like, no, it's a video, but it's okay, he's fine. And then Joe was like, I could have fucked with you so bad. It's like, no, man, please help. I'm like, he goes, I could have got you in trouble.
It's just a prank.
I'm like, it's a video, though. It's a video.
Hey, listen, dude, I've had the same thing, dude. Yo, remember when I held up the free blowjob sign?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you get fucking cracked?
I was just sending a picture of that to somebody yesterday.
Like, how did you get crashed?
Okay, what context do you send that to somebody in?
My friend was looking for the meme. He was looking for the meme of it.
I'm trying to delete that image because, like, yo, the thing is like
sorry,
the actual story behind that video was never released, and I was thinking about making a video about it, but I feel like it's been a while, so I'm not going to. But what ended up happening was, I walked into that circle of people doing yoga, right? And then as I walked out, there was this one dude who just wouldn't let me go. Like, he would not let me go. He'd go up to me. He's like, yo, bro, you can't be doing that. There's families here. And I'm like, dude, you know this is a joke. Like, I told him to his face. And I was like, bro, you can't be doing that. I'm caught. Like, he just took the whole thing way too seriously.
So where was everybody else?
Well, and this is the thing. Everybody else was just laughing. Like, there were so many people. There were people,
some random guy.
There
like,
are people
even, like,
taking videos of me. Yeah, it was some random dude, and he literally chased after me all the way out to the parking lot, and
like sprint.
He would not let me go. No, I was walking away, and he was just on my ass.
Oh my
like,
god!
He would not let me go. And I was trying to leave, and there was literally some fucking random dude. Fuck this guy if you're watching. I don't know where you are, but you're an absolute asshole.
I'm
trying to walk out. I go all the way to the top of the stairs, and this one dude, he's with his daughter or something, and he just goes like this. He's like, "No, you can't go."
Oh my god!
And I had to literally go back down the stairs and go and take the other exit around, because I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna fight him. I'm not gonna do that."
I think you're like nude or something.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not gonna fight somebody that's on my ass for this, because, like, in a way I am in the wrong, like, in a way, but it's just like, are you really gonna do this to me? Are you?
Plus,
really
dude, it's LA.
Look at me. Do I look serious? Look at my face.
Well, and that was the thing, right? And then I had the guy chase after me, and I was just like, and then somehow I honestly can't remember. He just kind of gave up.
We lost him in the trees.
Yeah, we lost him. And then we just drove home, and that was it. And everybody in the car was like, well, shit.
Wait, all that for the video that didn't even get published.
Yeah.
Besides that one.
Just for that one
segment. I just didn't want to publish that video because I felt like the guy would have been like, oh, dude, that's illegal, or some other dumb shit. But it's just like, the guy that pissed me off the most wasn't the guy that was chasing. It was the dad, because I was like, God damn it, I don't want to walk down the stairs and go up around another side. You just
go under his arms. Just
like, what's his end goal there? Is to, like, hold, like, citizens arrest?
His end goal, like, was to get rid of me, and he actually made it worse because I was right at the exit, and he just, nope, you can't go.
Were you just holding up the free blowjob sign going up the exit? Like,
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I was holding up the sign, and I was like, "Okay, dude."
I thought you had it down, just ready to leave.
I think when I was up with him, I flipped it over, so it was just a white sign, and he was just like, "No, you can't go." I'm like,
God, that's so ego. Oh my god.
It's like, I was like, dude, you're such a fucking idiot.
You have the one time I tried to call. This is like, what was it? This is way before anything with ZWC happened, and I called up this pizzeria, because that's another thing too. People forget how long I've been doing this fucked up shit for. Like, they just think like someone in LA influenced me. Like, oh, go home and just act fucking
do
nuts.
A line.
Like, yeah, like, everybody's like, you and Lex just fucking you guys just swapped blood, and you guys just you're the two fucking crazy motherfuckers.
I mean, you do live in New York, and you guys just freaking
I feel like in LA you should expect like stuff like that before you go to LA. Like, people doing like random crap like that. Say, oh, that's LA.
When I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard, nobody intimidated me. In Times Square, you're lucky if you see a guy fucking come up to you. One time I was walking in the city, right? And you get those people, listen, you're homeless, I understand, whatever. But work for your money. Mug me or something. Don't just ask me.
Mug me.
Like if you had a 7-Eleven.
You're open to mug me.
Motherfuckers, you know you got $3 in quarters walking to that 7-Eleven, but I want you to work for it. Mug me. Right. So, no, but it just, no, but what you call it? It's funny shit, but I was saying, in LA, crazy shit happens all the time. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fucking, it's like I was walking, there was a guy getting like hit. Yeah, some guy thought he touched his girlfriend, fucking hit him across the face. He knocked down the floor.
Damn.
Me and my father walking, we were like, all right, this is like West 20th Street, okay? I was walking around, but yeah, man, like. And what you call it, yeah, but yeah, like, sometimes in New York, like nothing happens, but yeah, you get some crazy people like me in a bunch, and people are blessed by it. People are blessed. Lex, when you first made that, like when you first knew your persona on YouTube was right away crazy, did you just like go with it? You were like, man, I'm just
Well, see,
did you ever like fucking like when you're making a video like I gotta act extra?
Listen, it didn't really hit me until I went to the first Z house, and on the plane to the first Z house, I just had that funny as fuck idea where it's like, I'm gonna make this arrival video where I just go in and fucking jack off. Like it was such a fucking dumb idea, and I was like, whatever, let's do it. And people just clung onto it for some reason so hard, and they were like, dude, that is so funny. And I was like, okay.
I
like,
want to know
I didn't
how that
expect
came
it
in
to
your
be that
mind.
good. I don't
Were you
know.
just thinking sexually about Noah J?
No, dude, I was like, okay, I was like,
oh, he got
wouldn't
some
it be-
eyes on him.
wouldn't it be funny if like I just came to this random place with a bunch of YouTubers, and the first thing I do is just fucking jack my dick. Like, that's what I was thinking.
November has been failed.
and that's what I mean, right? And then I was like, I think I was talking to the guys about that idea. They're like, dude, that's actually really funny. And then they were like, you should do it on something like really arbitrary. And I was like,
no.
What about Noah? And they're like, dude, yeah, dude,
he's my best friend.
and it was so funny because I actually had never, I don't think I had met him at that point. And he was coming to the Z house, so you can imagine how awkward that was. So,
You're like, hey, I'm Lex.
me and Jack did a Smith Plays diss track before we went to I went to fucking LA. I went up to Pat and I said, yeah, I was the one who did that diss track, and he goes, oh, you were okay. And I said, I said, want me to rap it? He goes, yeah, what were your lines again? I was like, okay, something about your concussion, something about your shit videos, and then he starts fucking, he goes, oh shit.
Like, oh, well, nice to meet you.
He was nice
You know
to
what?
meet you.
I'm surprised, honestly, that Turbo hasn't just busted out in a Logic song this podcast yet.
Yeah, he usually does that at least once a podcast.
He can't go 5 minutes without rapping Flexecution.
Listen, it is what it is.
We got it in this podcast.
We got it
in.
We got it. One thing I want to do before we get on to the next segment, the last segment of the Would You Rather series, I do want to, we addressed it before the podcast, however, for the people who want to be respected and, not, know the leaks, Lex, do you just want to, explain, just what happened early this morning?
So, I woke up about 30 minutes before the podcast, as I do.
That's fun.
As I do. And I
had to blow your fucking phone up for you to wake me up.
And Liam hit me up with a crazy story, and he was like, dude, somebody from Treyarch got fired. And I was like, okay, but what's new, right?
Yeah.
Because that happened. and he was like, yeah, but the thing is he got fired, and he didn't sign any waiver, and his contract was void, and he basically just went on the Reddit and just spilled everything about Black Ops 4. He spilled about what DLC 1 is. He spilled about if Nuketown Zombies is going to happen. He spilled about it all. So every leak is happening. And the DLC 1, I got to be real with you boys. From what he said, I think this is whack. I think it is completely crazy.
You looked at, you had no strength.
Do you want me to tell you what?
Everybody in the chat right now, okay?
Close
I'll do the Johnny J thing. If you look at my fist, it's closed. When it's closed, you mute it. When it's open, you can listen again. Okay, so we're gonna close now.
Close now. Okay.
Can I just make a comment that his name on Reddit is Call of Nobody Cares? His throwaway account. That's his name.
Well, and this is the thing. He said that DLC 1 is a prequel to the Chaos storyline with new characters.
What the fuck?
Is that crazy?
What does that fucking do for us?
That sounds so arbitrary to the point where it's something Treyarch would do though.
It is something, but it's just so weird. Like you introduce a new story, and you're like, see ya. But
you not only introduce new characters, but the clear at the page with Bruno.
So
and then
there's that. Nuketown Zombies is apparently coming out.
Wouldn't be surprised.
A bunch of different Easter eggs have been solved in terms of like 9 Easter eggs with the Viking. All the other Easter eggs in terms of like apparently there's a way you can get like somebody to dance in the crowd in 9 or something. I think that's an Easter egg. I haven't looked at them all, but I think the most surprising one is DLC 1 is a prequel to Chaos. Like,
but now what? So now what are we getting with Ether? What's happening with the Ether? Fuck with Nuketown?
I don't know. Maybe it's Nuketown. I don't know who's playing. Apparently it is Nuketown, but like, or maybe it's coming out like when it comes out in MP, and they're just gonna be like zombies.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Because there was a leak, there was a rumor going around about DLC 1 map coming out before DLC 1.
Yeah, and I think that's it. But like, apparently he just got fired for a stupid reason, and he's like, whatever, guys, fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna just
like he took like a long lunch break or something. Like he took like a lunch break at the wrong time, and he said they were all like a bunch of like a couple of them were just let go, like just like straight up.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's absolutely hilarious. Like
anything else very leaking before?
He talked about a couple things. Yeah.
I don't know anything else. This is I'm just gonna look on the Reddit because that's all I know.
How many freaking monitors do you have?
I've got one that's broken. This one broke. This one's also broken. But so I'm not gonna. And then I have one that I'm looking at, but.
Yeah.
Other than that, that is all I know. I don't know if y'all know anything, but I think you.
No, I mean, yeah, I think we're good. We're good. Your ears can fucking be open now. But yeah, that's like.
Isn't that unreal? Like,
and you know what? It goes back to the thing. It's always something. It's always something. Yeah. We can get you cannot crack our codes or whatever. But guess what? It's always something.
Knowing Reddit, that dude wasn't even an employee. Knowing Reddit.
The thing is, though, is like he definitely was because he brought out like Easter egg steps. He brought out different audio quotes that nobody knew.
Yeah.
He leaked everything from all the previous games.
But how does that happen though? They don't let him out with fucking nothing? Like no contract or nothing?
Well, apparently they asked him to sign something, and he was like, "Well, you guys fired me, so I don't give a fuck," and he just left. So
I think he just realized that there's nothing they could do to make him sign.
There is absolutely nothing you can do.
That is kind of stupid because they should have just had him sign a waiver before he was hired on.
Yeah.
So he was fired.
And you know what? I'm assuming why the tension is high there. Fucking classified, right? Like I'm assuming everyone's
on edge. Yeah.
Classified is just giving everybody.
Which is why Fire from Treyarch Zombies Easter egg team today makes sense. That makes complete sense to me. So honestly,
this is just gonna fuel all the people in the community. All the Easter eggs gonna be solved. But you know what? Like I say before. You should expect this to happen a little bit in the zombies community. You should expect people to be getting leaks. You should expect like this fucking weird shit to happen, man. Like it's just so like you never get stuff like this happen in any other game. You know, Call of Duty Zombies, in my opinion, has been just like how does Treyarch fuck up like that? Where they have no safe like something.
I give them leeway for this one because like I can imagine how tense it is at the studio right now, and I can really see like how something like this happened. Like to me, this is like really explainable. But the major thing that I think is just like as a content creator, I kind of like leaks because it's okay, I can plan my schedule with different things. That's all I care about.
Write down on your calendar, looking at the subreddit.
This is coming out right.
The worst thing I hate though is when you have a video and you're ready to fucking post it and it's a great idea and then the trailer drops or a picture gets dropped and you're like, mother, and then now I know where my father bites his hand. That
was like Nick Sarr.
Oh my
Give me
God.
5 minutes, please.
Nick Sarr, the day that Classified got or like whenever the cutscene got released, Nick Sarr was like, "Hey guys, I have this video about the Voyage storyline I'm about to release," and then like 5 minutes later, he's like, "Hey guys, Classified got solved, so that video's not coming out today."
It's
Yeah.
the worst,
It's so
and
unfortunate.
especially getting like with who's gonna want to watch a fucking skit about Misty dancing when a Nuketown thing pops up? But that's the one thing I learned though, is that like when you have like the content where it's leaks, you literally like you're gonna go to the big guys for leaks and stuff like that. And I just love making like the like that, like that's the main thing right now is like the content with the Black Ops 4s, and many people don't really understood this. Like when the Black Ops 4 like a new Call of Duty comes out, all the big guys are the fucking guys on the content, because that people is gonna want to know what to do in the game. They want to go and they go to the big guys. Yeah. And then once that starts going down, that's when you start to see like Jason Backfire say like, all right guys, the new creative series are coming, this is coming, and that's why stuff like my content gets to flourish, because I say, okay, you know what? Now all the tutorial hype is out of the way. Now if somebody is sick and tired of getting watching a serious zombie video, laugh your ass off in one of a funny video.
And I feel like that time is coming sooner and sooner for some reason. It's crazy how fast, even with 4 maps worth of tutorials.
Even crazy because we got the game in October now.
And also with it's like within a week that now you're already seeing videos like that I've done where I'm like, rest in peace, Voyage of Despair, rest in peace, Blood of the Dead, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I can definitely
it's
see
crazy.
like this game being the last one, because like they put 4 different zombies maps into one game.
Yeah.
That's gonna totally burn you out on zombies. Like just playing all those 4 maps in like a couple of weeks, that's gonna burn.
That's why I feel like
out.
they need more game modes.
Like
they need more.
There is a
game modes
lot
to
of
be
content, but like
I
still,
agree. Game
More
modes
branching
over
out like
maps,
Rush.
Game modes over maps. I fully agree. The maps are
Rush is
not the
amazing.
problem. It's just game modes over maps. Like I was saying, imagine if we had like a Destiny boss raid or something where
yeah.
like,
You could replay boss
Yeah.
fights and stuff. Like
that would be cool.
Also,
Like,
we had Johnny on a couple days ago. What is your opinion on Voyage of Despair?
Johnny loves Voyage.
What do you
So, okay.
have to do with Voyage? What is your
Voyage,
opinion on
I gotta be honest, Voyage is definitely a map that's growing on me, just for one thing though. Like I honestly, like when I play Zombies map, I'm the guy that just really likes to do the egg. I like doing the egg all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Voyage's egg is a very intensive egg to speedrun. Not because of like gameplay aspects, but just because it's all memorization. The whole Easter egg is do this, pick up this, and just go.
Also, the map
And
too is memorization too. Like the
whole thing is
it's
memorization.
crazy.
I actually really enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah, not only
I
that, but it's like
really like
extremely intricate and just like really just
It's
new and
layered.
refreshing.
It's layered. There's a lot of different strategies that you can use with the teleporters, for example, because there's ones that you can like use that most people never even look at once, right? And I as a speed run on the Easter egg, I do that any day over Blood of the Dead's any day. Blood's Easter egg, I still believe is the worst Easter egg ever made in Zombies.
I don't like it either.
I'd have to.
I honestly, it's the
it's
worst
more
Easter
broke
egg.
than
yeah.
my grandmother's hip. I
To
gotta
kinda-
tell
It's
you.
to
it's
quote what
broke.
everybody
It's
says.
terrible. Like I don't know.
To kind of quote what everybody says, half of the Easter egg, actually no, not half, the entire Easter egg involves the shield.
Yeah.
Like it's literally everything's a shield.
And that is the one thing I absolutely despise. I think Afterlife as the shield is what ruined that map. If it was something that was cooler, like I was thinking, like I didn't really explain it well in my video, but I was like, the Shadow Man is literally in the map. What if you could do something where you like go up to like a waypoint on the map? So think of like the mob starting room. What if you go up on like the top rail and you're like the Shadow Man and you're like looking down, you have to like point things out
Wow.
or some shit. Like
That'd be dope.
where was that? Or why are we playing as the
You see,
bird? dude?
there's no creative steps like that. What would you want to know what I think they should have done more from Black Ops 3 to here? You know those little cutscenes with Groff and the Horizon Direct? Small
Where's
things like
yeah.
that. Small
There's-
things like that.
There's such a lack of creativity in terms of the steps.
Easter
like
egg steps.
the
man.
whole thing is shock
and
this,
literally
shock
shock
that.
and timing when to do things.
Yeah.
Like we get it. We have the side Easter egg with the flying car on Voyage. You have the boat and the side step on Blood, but they got the boat on Blood. And I remember watching that step that day, and I was sitting back and I was like, if this is the only creative thing they had, that was a cool little cutscene with Brutus in Blood of the Dead. That was a cool little cutscene. However, also the boss fight too. The boss fight, I feel like, is very simple in Blood.
It's just like kind of like a circle like of stones in the middle.
And then
like...
you shoot the fucking orbs, you shoot the little tampon orbs, and then you go on your way.
Yeah.
Well, and see, this is the thing. What you were saying about the Groff cutscene, Voyage needed that.
Yes.
Voyage needed that.
Voyage needs something. They need something. That crew needs something.
Like,
as much as I disliked Zetsubo no Shima, I think they did a really good change of steps on that map. I mean, like, you have to water a plant, you have to like get this bullet, you put it in the gun, you wait for the plane to come by, then you shoot it. Like, I as much as that map like is just so gross, like I think they really like they sat down, they were like, how can we change this? How can we
and see, the thing is, like, another complaint I have with Voyage is it's so empty. It's empty, and like you could take that map concept and put it anywhere, because the whole appeal of the Titanic is it's a ship. It should be able to move and like contort and break. I was like, for sure during the Easter egg, the ship is gonna break in half and there's gonna be a whole new area. I was like, dude, that would be sick. But no, dude, like that's why I think so much of that map. I wish that map was DLC 1. I wish they would have spent more time on it and made it just amazing. And like another thing I also don't like is I made a video called Why 9 is the best zombies map, and it's releasing soon. And when I was making that video, I realized like all of Black Ops 4's mechanics were built for 9. All of them. Every single one. The perk machines are literally for 9. It doesn't make any sense why they're on Voyage. It does not make any sense why even any of the specialist weapons are on Voyage. Because all the specialist weapons fit 9. Like mythical hammers.
You gotta please every god in like each temple.
That's what I mean.
What's your go-to specialist for the chaos?
Wait, say that again?
What's your go-to specialist for the chaos?
I'm a tie between the hammer and the chakrams. I really like the chakrams.
I like the dragon a little bit. The dragon's getting the shotgun dragon.
See, I like that one as well, but like I think in terms of the specialist weapon that's best for killing bosses, it's the chakrams. Because what you can do is you can just spam the right click and just punch even like a Blightfather and completely
I use that a couple
him.
times,
So like, and I really like speed in zombies, and when you have Stamina Pro and the chakrams that make you run faster, I love that.
It's basically like the katana of
it's the katana, right?
Yeah, I remember a tweet you made too. You were like, and also like the trick, the way we're getting it stale. It's like they're literally making so like you have to use the katana, like in fucking zombies, like they're pushing you towards those special. Like I try to use I used the flamethrower recently for the storyline. The flamethrower, listen, it's good, but then the 3 is like a fire tornado. It does nothing.
It does
nothing.
I legit have not even used the flamethrower yet.
It doesn't compare. How does it compare to a katana that gives you melee points, that makes you invulnerable, that makes you fly through the map, and that gives your teammate speed cola?
No Honestly, like with Blood of the Dead, it's like they freaking push the katana so much, because when you're coming up from the gondola to Cherry, I don't mean to quote like Sam or Fantastical Gamer, but like it's so hard to get out of there with the guns and shit. So like you literally have to take out the katana and freaking just go.
Yeah. That's a challenge. That's a challenge video on its own. Getting through the fucking bridge with only guns.
Without your special,
Watch,
literally the catwalk too, because
the catwalk at the very beginning.
The Gatling gun is like too freaking slow to shoot. The
move too slow.
Yeah, you move too slow with the other specialists, but with the Path of Sorrows, it's literally a zombie blood plus stamina.
Well,
you're out of there.
This is why I'm saying Blood needed something that was not an Afterlife shield. It needed the same system from Mob, but just make it slightly different. Like,
only activate
it doesn't have to be Beast Mode. It doesn't have to be Afterlife. Make it like fucking Morph Shadow Man or something.
Like some
You know?
sort of power you get from like going through all the rifts. to
Wouldn't it
all
be
the freaking
cool as
time
shit,
that-
right? You see Al that symbolizes a bird. What if you had this ability where it's like, okay, I'm playing as Richtofen and I get to turn into a fucking animal, or like Nikolai, I
Yeah.
turn into a big bear and I just maul shit up. Like that would
Well,
have been.
they would
There's
have to
so
explain
much
that in the story
potential.
somehow, and it would be kind of hard to explain that story wise. But I do get you. That
Like,
sounds like really cool.
It is like they're in purgatory, correct? So like it's not too out
Any
there.
kind of mini
Yeah.
cutscene would
Anything.
easily just like explain. I mean, it's just like a lot of wasted potential.
They
So,
are
like-
in like a different dimension, but like when it comes to this, it's like they're not dead. So like afterlife wouldn't really work, and the spirit animal thing wouldn't really
The thing is,
work all that much.
I never liked the shield key. Even when I was playing
Yeah.
it at Treyarch, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like,
It's
I
just, like,
really hate
It
this.
takes so long to kill a zombie. Like it
Yeah.
takes a good 30 seconds to kill a zombie, probably more.
You're just. bzzz,
Also,
like-
also before like Black Ops 4 came out, we got little to nothing about Classified, and to see how that map turned out, it was sort of like you always like didn't know what was happening on that map. Like you always had to wake up the next day to see what the hell's going on with Classified. You know,
The only thing we got of Classified was the leak that came out
Yeah,
the
it was
day
very
before Black
weird,
Ops
that
4.
map.
Man, I cannot believe that a map that they didn't even advertise is my second favorite compared to
crazy.
2 maps that they.
Well, I can
advertised.
see
Like,
why,
isn't that
because it wasn't
ridiculous?
advertised. So what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Like, how are they
Yeah.
gonna do this?
But
and
it's
then-
like usually they push their best.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I understand why they put 9 first. 9 is easily the best. Like
Yeah.
it is so well thought out. There's so many great themes onto 9. Voyage, the fact that it's the start just it kills me. Like it's such a weak start for the Chaos storyline in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It really turns the table on, you know, look at Black Ops 3, how we loved, you know, in the beginning, people were loving the Giant, weren't even giving Shaz people a chance. They're like, and then now watch, we're going to go back. This podcast, Jack brought up Setsubou no Shima. We're going to start bringing up Voyage a lot more as we're going on.
Yeah.
Because watch, like Blundell said, things that they hate, they'll make us love it in a snap, like randomly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Voyage is bare, it's back in this map. Listen, if they do another one of those maps where it's like all the maps in one, I am going to take a fucking... I don't know. I might have to put like pin needles in my bowls. I don't know what
It's
I.
gonna be-
I
it's
don't
gonna be
think they're
extremely
gonna do it.
annoying.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
Hopefully
They're
not.
not.
They
Hopefully
already
I
did
think
that with
they're gonna
Rev.
version
If
of
they do it again,
Revelations.
it's just gonna be repetitive.
It seems like the DLC 4 is going to be the Great War. That's
Yeah.
that's what it seems like.
It is definitely gonna be the Great War.
That's something they're not gonna fuck up. They're gonna.
And I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna finish the Chaos story in the game. I think they're gonna finish it in like
No,
comics
no.
and shit.
Well, no. I don't think it's gonna be comics. I think it's gonna be the premise of Black Ops 5, right?
Mhm.
And-
Probably.
And that's the thing, because if Ether ends here, most of the viewership ends here as well, right?
Goodbye.
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah.
Bye.
So
I
That's
do see
why-
it ending this game though.
Yeah,
The,
I see it too ending, but that's why I see like Activision, like they're also like they're gonna creep up. They're gonna be like, listen here,
We need you to stretch this
We have
stuff.
we have a Treyarch year coming up, and our pre-orders aren't going fucking. For
I can see them
for
actually,
DLC 1, do you want to
stretching.
like put in like transit remaster?
I can
Call it
see
like
them
call it
stretching
like
it 'cause,
Depot,
like-
call it Depot of the Damned or something like that.
Zombies Chronicles 2, in my opinion, it's bound to happen. It is
Yeah.
100% happening.
Like
The
what
thing
I
is-
think they're gonna do with the Aether story is they're gonna end it, and then they're gonna do ZC2, and then after that they'll probably start a comic book series on what happened after the Great War for them, like their story, maybe them going back to their families somehow or something.
Well, with how well
Something-
ZC1
something like-
sold, I mean, it's kind of like inevitable. Like, even if they don't be like, all right, we'll find someone who will
Yep.
to, because it made us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My thing is, like, if they're releasing remasters already, what is it gonna be? Like, is it gonna be like,
Call
if
of
it's
Duty,
if
most likely.
anything with Chaos, it's not gonna do as well
No,
as the first
not
one.
gonna do good.
No.
If it's I don't know what it'd be like.
They can't sell
there's-
nostalgia as much.
There's two things that I can think of. There's one thing where it'll be like a huge blackout zombies experience. It'll be something completely revolutionary, or it'll be like an actual zombies campaign. So you
Yeah.
start the game off and it's knocked, and you go, and it's like actual, like it brings you through from knocked all the way to whatever the end, to the Great War.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That
That actually sounds
would be,
awesome.
that
I
would
can,
be
like-
crazy.
I don't like. I do see them making more nostalgia maps because if you look at Blood of the Dead the way I do, it's basically just a nostalgia map. There's story on it, but basically the entire map is just nostalgia. That's it. It's
Mhm.
literally you can.
It sells.
base
It
the
sells
map.
better.
Yeah, you can just say like if you ever want to explain the map to somebody, just say, "Hey, have you ever played Mob of the Dead?"
Yeah.
Basically, it's just that plus nostalgia. That's it.
If you think about
That's
that
not-
map, also look at the new areas they added in Blood of the Dead. The new areas wasn't all. I expected a little bit more new areas. You know, like when were we supposed to get like? First,
People
of
have
all-
talked about how
first-
like once
yeah.
you go to the other side of the map, you don't go back. Like you don't
Yeah.
even need
First
to go
of
back
all,
across the bridge.
You only go
Why-
back across the map to get the quick revive perk if you have it over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do like the power step or some shit.
Or Magma Gat.
And
yeah.
also,
Yeah.
and also the what else? The fact that what you call it? What the hell was I going on? There was a great point I was gonna go on here. The fucking
Oh,
Blood
sorry.
of the Dead. No, it's fine. Blood of the Dead. Blah blah blah. I forgot. No, but yeah, no, I forgot. We'll get back to it whenever.
Talking
But
about the spawn room. And...
oh yeah. We didn't even get to the fucking bridge. We did not touch the bridge that game. We didn't touch the bridge. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
What would they do with the bridge? I don't know. But I would like to, mess around on the bridge a little bit if it's gonna be Blood of
It's
the
the
Dead.
most iconic part of.
The thing is though, I remember playing Blood at Treyarch, and I looked out the window and I saw the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm like, we're not going there. I knew it. I
Really?
knew it
Because you can see the
honestly,
way it's
like,
detailed and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it was not rendered in,
No.
and I was like, we're not going there. And I was like,
That
fuck,
bridge
like,
is
that blows.
basically like PhD. It's
Yeah,
literally just a
It's
cock
just so
tease.
close.
It's
Yeah.
just a cock tease. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not going there.
And also like to add on, like the whole catwalk is another like thing that we never really use. That
Yeah,
has to do
true.
with spawn, because like the only thing I ever use that for is golden sport, and I hate where they put the golden sport too, because like it's so like the catwalk is so tight and it's like hard to do anything in there.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
other thing is like, why did they nerf shit that was already great? Like,
What did they
happened
do
to
to the
Hell's
Magma
Redeemer?
Gat? What did they do to the
Mhm.
Magma Gat?
What,
Magma
well,
Gat, then
They didn't touch the Magma
Go on.
Gat? I heard they touched
No,
the Magma
I-
Gat.
Yeah,
no,
they
it's
touched
bad
it.
high rounds now.
Yeah.
The Magma Gat's bad high rounds, but the thing that they fucked with is the acid gat. Like,
Yeah.
what was
Yeah,
going
it's
on?
Why
there?
is that so trash
What-
now?
this-
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Why even bring it in the
Disgusting.
game if it's not even killing zombies past like round 15?
Disgusting.
I never even build the acid gat anymore. I
No,
never
yeah,
Especially,
me
build
either.
it's
the-
not worth it. There's no point.
Literally, I put the
Unless
acid,
like you're
yeah.
just fucking around, just go and build the acid gat. Just to build it.
Unless there's some Easter egg set that we haven't found, which this
Yeah.
employee might have leaked, then I will never use the acid gat ever
No,
again.
never. I don't know why. Like this game, literally, if Black Ops 4 was a disease, it'll be fibromyalgia. That's what Black Ops
Yeah.
4 would be. Black Ops 4 would be fibromyalgia because anytime you play, your bones ache, and then the second point, they're fixing things that aren't broken.
Yeah, that's the major
main
thing.
They're fixing things
Yeah.
that aren't broken in the game.
I mean,
I just
like
don't
the
get it.
acid gat is just another point towards how like the map is nostalgia. Honestly,
Yeah.
like
They're
they
just like,
brought it
hey,
back
put
to
this
bring
in the
it back.
game, even if it's like it's not even worth getting.
Well,
It's like
They brought it back just to bring it back.
One of my major complaints is
Sorry.
Fantastical made a great video on this.
Oh, yeah.
The way the zombies run.
Oh
What
hell
is
yeah,
that?
the juking.
It's
video.
so
the tracking
bad.
is really bad on
Yeah.
Voyage
Tracking
too. Yeah.
and like they're like sticky and stuff.
And
like,
Blundell
You
was
can't-
saying too
you
a
can't
little
even
bit.
like train in more juke because
It's
they just like
ridiculous.
reach.
Because
They
Blundell was
reach
saying
now.
also too, he made a little hint. He goes, "I have a factor. I can split the zombies up any second." Maybe he was giving those hints, like he's saying, "Hey, listen, Black Ops 4, we're gonna be mixing some shit up. We're gonna
Yeah.
be mixing some
Just
shit
like
up. We're gonna
why?
Honestly,
Yeah.
like it reminds me so much of World at War because like when you get hit now, you
Yeah.
basically just you're frozen.
Black Ops 3
Yeah.
Zombies to me, if you go back to play it now, it is so easy. Black Ops
Oh,
3
yeah.
Zombies. Oh my god.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
I'm gonna have to come back
The
and try it
gobble
out.
gums and stuff like that. Oh my god. Now listen, I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. I didn't plan it for this long of a podcast, but when looking, the whole thing is if you got scammed buying Black Ops 4, getting scammed. Now here's the thing.
Right.
To me, you get scammed off a fucking, a scam likely call. You get scammed when you pay for something that you never get. You get scammed when you are not paying for something that you're giving money for. You bought a game, in my opinion. You bought a game. You bought Black Ops 4. You bought the game knowing what game modes it has. Nobody told you you'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who are saying they got scammed by buying Black Ops 4 don't like the game. People who like Black Ops 4, anybody who likes a game is never gonna say they got scammed. But I swear to God, this is the first time I've been hearing "scam" being used in a sentence after buying a video game.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
Milo explained it really well though.
Milo
Like they
explained it
sold their
very
product, but it's like the in-game factors,
Yeah.
like the plasma. That's just it's rough because it's like
Yeah.
$5 to do one spin.
Yeah.
You get like a talisman.
That's crazy.
And
That
once
is
you
an
get the
actual
talisman, you
scam.
go into a game and you blue screen on round 8. That talisman's gone.
I have like 500
Yeah.
in Boolean plasma. I just don't use it. I mean, I just keep it.
Well, Mega, like, and
Yeah.
also the other thing, I did my first Mythbusters checking if
Mhm.
closing app and mutation uses
Yeah.
elixirs. Day one, they didn't. And I
Yeah.
checked today, now
They
they
did?
do.
Wow.
Mutations uses elixirs and closing app still uses elixirs.
Interesting.
wow.
So-
Mutations too.
And mutations, yeah.
Get the fuck.
Wow.
It's and the reason why I think they added it to mutations is because you can still earn Nebulium from mutations.
yeah.
Why do they do
Mhm.
that? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? Like, why
don't know.
are they making these changes?
So there's like when you look at it, there's absolutely zero incentive
No,
to use
yeah,
a
no,
Mega
it's not.
Elixir.
Do you think that QA tester, they were like in a meeting, he's like, hey, we should bring back Speed Co. He's like, get out. Just
Yeah,
get out.
fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Get out.
Literally, when I died on Classified, I heard the music. I was like, "Oh, this is some Godfather music right here." So I make the Godfather intro. I'm like, I'm holding fucking Speed Call. I'm like, my boy, wanna be back. And I'm like, literally, I wouldn't have to make this fucking skit if there's a fucking jogging speed in the front.
Dude, you guys can imagine how we felt when before the game
Oh yeah, you
there were
couldn't say
just
nothing.
there were
too,
we
yeah.
couldn't say anything, but the rumors were just jug and we were just laughing. We were like, guys, wait until they realize it's like 3 out of 4 OG perks that are just not in the game. And like the
Did
build
they-
that we played on didn't have the quad pap,
Okay.
or at least it didn't say it. Didn't have the quad pap, didn't have like a lot of the stuff was really weird and
Did you
buggy.
like X any of the devs? Like I know you said Blundell explained why he did the perk system he did, but like, did any of you guys like X any dev like the concern like for the future? For,
Well,
like, what's
and,
gonna happen
well,
in
and I
the
think the thing is like when we were playing the game, we could tell they were concerned because
Mhm.
Blundell was with us a lot of the time, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, so how you feeling about the game? Like, what should
Yeah.
like he's just trying to gauge everybody's opinions, and everybody
Yeah.
just kind of came to the conclusive answer of like, it's fun, but the thing is, it's so different that this community,
Yeah.
because it's based off of nostalgia, is gonna be fucking like just
Yeah.
unrivaled anger.
How do they
for
handle
Yeah.
that?
When you
and,
put
and they were like,
Yeah.
well, that's understandable, and that's kind of the response that they
Yeah.
wanted. They wanted to mix things up, but like
So
at
took
the end of the
jump.
day, is that like in some aspects that are broken, like the perks, I understand that, but was
Yeah.
that the right call for stuff like the Asagat, for stuff like the
Yeah,
Hell's
yeah.
Redeemer?
Things
right?
you didn't have to touch.
Yeah.
That's why we say whenever Milo talks to Jason again, if they do like that lightning round again, it's gonna be really interesting to see like what he asks him or if
Yeah.
he's gonna even
Yeah.
like talk about that
Because-
kind of stuff.
The thing is people forget to realize that the common Joe on zombies is very bad.
Oh yeah.
They
Casual.
They,
Oh, yeah.
they down even like you say Black Ops 3 is an easy game, but for the majority
Oh,
of
they
people,
da- oh,
Black
yeah.
Ops 3 is tough, you know? And I was thinking about that. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna go onto this game and have 150 HP initially
Mhm.
and be like, bro, they're not even gonna get past round 4.
And put a cutscene at originally around 250 fucking 5.
Yeah,
Like, what the-
150 health
there's-
get to
there's no
250.
way.
Zombies.
Yeah.
I'm
Actually,
so shit
like-
at zombies that go down like before patch. Like the dogs would fuck me.
Oh yeah, the dogs, the
dogs.
ស់
Pre-patch lions.
Yeah.
The
oh,
first
Lord,
thing I
yeah.
Or
played
tigers.
was Blood, and I went down like round 5 with 150 health. and the freaking dogs.
I think they recognized that. They're like, hey, no one can even
yeah.
like open Pack-a-Punch, so we should probably bump up the
Yeah,
health a
you
little
fucking idiot. Put up the health.
I pack punch for the first time on Voyage.
Every
last
player
week.
in this game is not fucking Frenzy.
Yeah, Turbo, you
can't do this.
when have you Pack-a-Punched on Voyage yet?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah,
for the first time
when did you
last
Pack-a-Punch
I
on Voyage
haven't.
for the first time, Turbo?
I think it was the Vapor. The Vapor.
No, when?
Oh, when?
Yeah, when?
Last week.
Last week?
I haven't, so you may.
You haven't? You haven't even packed
Dude,
on?
I don't.
I haven't played
I
enough
don't
Voyage,
blame you.
so-
I don't blame you. Voyage is like literally JC saw the cutscene because I carried him through the egg like a couple.
Yeah. By the
second
way,
time.
that
The
was
second
that
time.
was a
Carried
fucking.
him on your back, like,
I
come
almost,
on.
I almost
You've been blue
peed-
screening 5 times a freaking day. Come on.
I almost peed
got
my
you, brother.
pants when Noah fucking ended that game.
I
almost peed
was
my pants.
dying. I was like, bro, like, at the back of my mind when he said that he was gonna quiz him, I was like, he's gonna fuck up.
They just straight
know
up
JC
disappeared
is
from
gonna
Twitter
fuck
for
up.
like 3 days.
When Noah freaking ended game, that was the funniest.
That was
That like
incredible.
Liam, me, and Noah, we were on a Discord call and we were just like reading Reddit and like saying how like everybody's like Noah's
Oh
so
yeah.
if
Yeah.
Noah did that to me, I would never be his friend.
I would crack him in the
No
skull,
wonder
bro.
Noah's called Noah Snake.
It's just like, dude, like
I take
the-
his fucking dog.
bro. The Reddit treats zombies so seriously. It is so funny to
Oh,
be
yeah.
reading that type of shit.
There
yeah.
was so many times I go on the Reddit and it's just like instant
Toxic.
boom, boom, boom. Fuck
There's
you,
a
fuck
lot
you,
of
fuck
witch
you.
hunting on YouTubers on the
Yeah.
Reddit too. A lot of
Reddit
witch
is
hunting.
so toxic. Like everybody's witch hunting everybody there, and I'm always like, dude, it's just a game. It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just a game.
Dude.
We love each other in the community. At least be happy for once.
Yeah.
Like and that's what we were saying to JC, like Liam and I, you know, like, would you rather have a memory that you would love to go back to and it's actually funny,
Yeah,
or would you rather react to some fucking shit
yeah.
cutscene?
that's exactly it. You
Yeah.
gotta change up the game, man. You gotta
2D
you gotta
Titanic
put
in the
your spice
background.
on it.
The only 2 things that are good about the cutscene was the archway that we saw
Yeah.
and Bruno ending up being evil. That was like
Yeah.
the only 2 things that were good about the cutscene.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think they fucked up, man. I think
Yeah.
they fucked up what makes Titanic, and it's the emotion.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
never forgive them for that.
If
I will never.
I would have
forgive
loved
them.
to see
Honestly,
like
like-
Rose on the door hanging, like help, and then you like shut up and you shoot it in the water. That'd been great.
Like,
You know
Mhm.
what?
I'll
One thing they
never
could have
forgive them.
done, this may have been cheap, but in the boss fight, they could have easily had it to where if you take too long to beat the boss fight, you end up hitting the iceberg and sinking.
Or the ship just like slowly deteriorates. It's just like something simple that brings the
But-
map to life.
My thing is, they needed to make it more personal. Like, a lot of the egg, you have the fucking Sentinel artifact. Bring these guys back to life. Like, that should have been a major component. And it's like,
Yeah.
it would have been cool if you, like, actually saw somebody that you cared for and that you learned to care for throughout the Easter egg. And then all of a sudden, he just, something happens to him, and then you just want to fucking beat somebody
That's
up.
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's all they needed to do, and I would have been like, dude, this is great. Like, this is great storytelling. But like,
Yeah.
they just missed it. They missed the mark, and like,
Yeah.
and that's why I think the Chaos storyline suffers. And like, I know at least when I was talking to Liam, he's like, what immediately puts me off from the Chaos storyline is that nothing ever happens
Yeah.
that they do
During
Yeah,
the
during what they do, because
Mhm.
time stops. They do all the zombies, blah blah blah, and it's done. And he's like, why should I give a fuck about that? Like, why should
Mhm.
I care? And I'm like, dude, that's an excellent point. Like, if it never happened, then why should I care, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like honestly,
that's
if they're gonna
that's
make
a big
this,
point.
if they're gonna make this a good story, they should at least have it to where like what they do changes. The
Oh,
It
history.
has some interesting concepts like prima materia and like how it is like the ruler, like, or how it's like a substance that can become
Yeah.
all powerful. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
does it really
Gods.
matter if this is all fake, right?
Yeah, like it really
Yeah.
like that's what I will say too. Like 9, like am I wrong when I say this? Like 9 really just doesn't make that Diego's fucking not dead. Diego's not fucking dead. Am I
Well, yeah.
wrong? No.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
It's
We
all
see him
freaking
dead, and
awesome.
it's just like,
Yeah,
okay, he's gonna wake
he's
up.
gonna
now.
wake up in
There's
that.
literally
gonna be
no
he's
physical
gonna be
like
s-
connection.
sniffing
Yeah.
one of those fucking vapors, doing what he gotta do. What'd you go? We can be going on with this all day. I do want to bring up one thing before Jack gets on to the Would You Rather first segment of the podcast. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry. But Lex, first and foremost, how you doing so far? Having a good time here so far?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, chat!
All right.
Chat, everybody the fuck up!
All right, we have here, now I put the link in the Discord chat if you guys do want to see that. So this is I saw this on Twitter, right? I saw this on Twitter, and I said to myself, what in the fuck is this? Now, you can see on the screen right now, okay? You can see on the screen this giant skinless human body puppet in Melbourne is your one-way ticket to Nightmare Town. Literally, okay, people on this fucking podcast, okay? I thought this would be a great one for Lex, because Lex, look at this right here. So I want to explain to you what this is. So this is in Melbourne, Australia, okay?
It moves! Oh my gosh.
Bro, it moves. Bro, listen, there's pictures. The eye. Okay, so now here's what it does. You ready? So we're gonna play the video right here. Is it on the stream? Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. This puppet is a 26.5 meter puppet, dies from a falling brick and then gives birth. Baby feeds from breast, which detaches itself and squirts milk at kids. Huge heart jumps out of puppet's open chest and starts dancing around. Parents across the world have a mixed reaction. No fucking shit. If my kids are looking at a baby suck an inflatable tit, it's squirting milk at kids. It's squirting, and then now they're making a black baby.
I'm so confused. This is the thing, right? How like fucking terrible are your parents to bring you to this, dude? Like how fucking awful.
You know what? I gotta ask, how terrible of your parents to make a kid that would make this motherfucker?
Look, they're reenacting.
Imagine designing this.
Imagine designing this. You would have nightmares.
Like, honestly, though, look at who's sending their kids to this?
Whoever made this.
Sesame Street wasn't enough. Sesame Street wasn't enough. And look,
this is
the pig.
Wackest thing I think I've ever seen.
It goes back in the vagina.
Bro, of course this is in Australia. There's no way something like this would happen.
Only in Australia.
Of course.
I'm not surprised that this is in Australia. I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the South.
He's just squirting on everybody. What the hell? Bro, that is so weird.
What the fuck have you shown
Lex,
us?
You're welcome. You're welcome for showing you.
Fuck you.
Who is sending their kid? No, but that's one way to stop kids. Wait, that's one way to stop kids from having sex. Creepy giant puppets reenact childbirth in excruciating detail in the most bizarre sex education show ever. And
this is supposed to be educating.
I no longer want to lose my virginity. Keeping it. Fuck this shit.
This is very, very educational.
The thing is like. I'm an arts major, right?
Good for you. Go make a project on this.
But this is the thing. I know like a lot of people that would see this and be like, this is something that everybody needs to see. And I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up. This is so whack. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like,
look at all these
fuck me.
Yeah, that's weird.
What made you get into majoring in arts?
So I actually was an economics major, but then I was like, fuck econ, right? Because that shit's terrible.
Numbers.
Numbers don't make it law. But yeah, I don't know. I did really well in high school with sciences and math, and like that's something I do want to pursue after YouTube. But I just wanted to do something that was like completely not me, and I was just like, oh, let's just do arts, and like.
Throw a dart at a dartboard.
I'm like,
do it.
Like that's why it's so funny because when I see this, I know a lot of my university friends, and they'd be like, "Bro, this is inspiring."
I love the fucking spirit. I love the spirit that comes off of the vagina.
The blue represents.
Honestly, I gotta say, college is like the hardest thing to find out what to major in because I have like so many ideas. I can do graphic design. I can do.
All I gotta say, do something. Go into something. If you don't like it the first year, switch. You find whatever.
I'm gonna
Just
start with
make sure
recording
you
arts
go
and
into
shit,
something,
so.
right?
I'm gonna start with recording arts, and if I don't like it, I'll probably go into graphic design.
But like, god damn, this is disgusting.
That's insanity. Insanity. Well, people, we have something fun here. Lexi's, you know why I said that? I said Lex is a couple fries short of a Happy Meal. He'll love it. Lex will fucking love it.
Lex is that type of guy, He does not have the extra fry.
But Jack, you can take this. You can take this away.
I've prepared a couple of would you rather's to end the stream on more of a light note. It's zombies. It's zombies themed. Would you rather? Some of them are a bit out there.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Frightened.
Sure.
I don't know about you, Lex, but I'm frightened.
I've heard some crazy
okay, so
things.
here's how we'll go to make
scared.
it clean. We'll make it nice and organized. We'll have Lex answer first because he's the guest. He got fucking court rules, and then we'll go near Die Ming, and then Jack.
Okay, I understand.
I kept them all pretty much zombies themed.
Okay.
Some of them are difficult. Some may be pretty one-sided. Okay. So the first one is would you rather have Shaw as your roommate, making cocaine and whatnot, or have the Shadow Man as your roommate, plotting the end of times?
Okay.
Shaw, Shadow Man.
Well, see, I think there's a quote by Shaw where he's like, he blew up his lab.
Making.
I'm gonna take that as a hard no.
You take the Shadow Man.
I'd rather take someone who's sitting there with his. Like, all I can see the Shadow Man doing right now is the Shadow Man on Blackout doing the homunculus shuffle. I'll take that in my room. I don't care.
You take Shadow Man? Even if you're like, you just wake up one night, he's like looking in the mirror, like he's like slowly transforming.
He's got the summoning key. I'm just like,
you're like, dude, just keep it down, man.
Chill out.
I'm gonna have to go with the Shadow Man as well.
You're going with Shadow Man too?
Yeah.
No,
really?
Yo, I cannot.
Shaw reminds me of like that creepy fucking molester you see on like Pix 11 News. Like you see him with the thing there. Like, oh yeah, I love 2-year-old girls. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, go on with your day. What does he have? That Christmas medallion thing he has on his chest? Shut up. Shut up. Go make you Napoleon plasma.
I would have to go Shaw because I'm not gonna live with
crazy.
I'm not gonna live with somebody that has tentacles coming off of his face and is probably gonna whisper in my ear some creepy fucking shit while I'm sleeping.
He might stick some tentacles in you. He might stick some tentacles in you.
Up my ass.
You're absolutely insane, dude.
Lex,
I'm not about to be Thanos
Lex,
out of this fucking world.
He might be pushing some fucking tentacles somewhere, He might be pushing those tentacles somewhere. You don't even want to know.
This Shadow Man's just like riding at his desk. He looks up. He's like, so how would you feel if I just
I'd rather have
Europe?
an octopus man than whatever the hell Shaw is.
Guys, imagine this. You would not want somebody in your house who could kill you because you didn't do the laundry right.
That's it.
I feel like,
but that's both of them. That's both of them.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's both of them.
True.
But you're saying like this
Shaw would
frail
most likely
old
just
man.
give you a stink bomb.
You're saying this frail old man versus the Ender of Worlds.
Well, I already live with somebody who's a lot like Shaw, so it's I'm used to it.
All right, we'll move right along to the next one.
What about you, Jack? What would you do?
Honestly, I would say Shaw too. I don't know. He's just like this frail dude versus the man who can end everything.
Lex, imagine this. You have a fucking immortal being living in your house, but you also have Shaw, this frail dude who's
Shaw's just low risk.
Listen. No. This is the thing. Y'all aren't thinking endgame, right? If I have
endgame,
at least I could be like, yo, don't kill me. I'm your roommate. And he's like, I got you.
No, that's
like,
why he'll kill you. He'd be like, dude, you eat all the food. You always do the well in the living room. Trying to watch Family Feud.
If I got the Shadow Man, I'm good.
Fuck off.
You'd bunk with the Shadow Man. Okay.
Next one.
Would you sleep top bunkers or low bunk? Which one?
Oh, dude, top bunk for sure. There's
no
way.
I'm not going.
There's no way I'm let that dude sleep above me. There's no way.
But if he
Alright.
sleeps below you, he can like fucking poke a hole through the freaking. He can just poke a hole.
Well, I would imagine he would
What
lie
is-
down. So I wouldn't imagine he would sleep standing up straight. But who knows?
Oh,
Who
God.
knows?
No, how he sleeps is he's just standing up in the corner. It's all dark. He has his tentacles going on and little nightshade around his eyes.
Well,
And a
Okay.
Hippopotamon's
We'll
next
never
to him.
We'll move on to the next one. With this lively debate. Would you rather only be able to play World War II Zombies for the rest of your life, or eat an entire stick of butter in one sitting once a week for the rest of your life?
That butter is going in my
You taking
ass.
that butter? You're just eating that butter with
That
one
butter is
one meal a
going-
week.
that-
just
that
whole
butter is
stick.
going-
Doesn't matter how
Jack.
you eat it.
See, if it was
like, grind it up?
eating a whole stick of butter once, then maybe.
You would take you wouldn't take a butter a
But
week.
but wait a second. Can I melt the butter on popcorn?
That's a good idea.
Ah.
You know.
Because if that is an
I don't think
option,
popcorn
I'm
was in the
taking that.
sentence, though.
I'm
Technically,
taking that.
okay.
Popcorn sold separately, Deluxe. It wasn't in the question.
Ah,
Wasn't in the
Well,
question.
that is
but
true.
hey,
Popcorn
dude,
You
sold
can
separately.
melt it, but you can't put it on popcorn.
But hold on, you said just one stick of butter a week. It doesn't matter how you eat it.
I didn't
just eat-
say it matters.
So okay, this is my answer.
So you can put it on
If
popcorn.
I can
'cause
put
it's
it on
just-
popcorn, I'm taking the butter.
You're taking the
If
butter.
I can't put it on popcorn, I'm taking.
You're
wood.
playing Final Reich until
I'm
you're
playing
last
Final Reich until my death. Yep.
That's tragic. That's a tragedy.
It's tragic, but it's the way it
I'm
is.
taking the butter.
If I eat butter, I'm just gonna be a
You taking the butter, Turbo?
Yeah, I'm taking the
piece
butter.
of lard, dude.
I'm
I
taking
feel like
butter.
Turbo would do that for a video.
I'm
or
taking.
something.
Oh, of course. I'll do it for the intro skit.
Just
I'll
eat
do
a
an intro
stick of
skit.
butter.
Yeah,
I'll take the butter
yeah,
either way. I don't care how. I'll just
There
eat
we
it.
go. All right, butter's the
I
majority.
like
of
that.
it.
I like
Anything
Butter is-
besides
butter's the
anything
majority.
besides World War II. That thing's
But-
oh no.
All right, number three.
Number 3.
It's
Would
all
you
hate
rather professionally play Call of Duty Zombies on the Wii or the Nintendo DS?
Oh shit.
Yo,
Like
you
create
give me-
content and everything.
You give me fucking nunchucks, I'm there, bitch. I'm there.
You're there with
Give me-
nunchucks?
I
Give
gotta
me
be honest, yo,
nunchucks.
Nintendo DS has a quite a selection of zombie maps that are exclusive.
No, but like
Cooking-
you can play any map like on that.
My DS
platform.
game is Cooking Mama.
Like, you
Cooking
can take that
Mama.
DS,
Wait,
go
that-
somewhere
Remember that
and play
game,
Blood of
Cooking
the Dead.
Mama? You
So-
slice the carrots. I remember that game, Cooking Mama.
I honestly listen. Before I got into Call of Duty, I was a Nintendo guy, and I did
Wow.
everything on the Wii. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going with Turbo on this one.
You going
It's
with the Wii?
I'm
I'm
going for
going
the
Wii.
Even if you have portability to play wherever you you play.
Yep.
Honestly,
I'm going Wii. I'm going Wii.
I would play Wii, and I can kind of imagine Lex just killing zombies, just doing this.
Yeah, I'll get the
It could be really fun. dude. It'd be
I'll get the
actually-
atta-
Showing
I
the
got
zombies doing this.
I'll get the gun attachment. I put in there. You're walking around your living room like a fucking Navy SEAL. It's amazing. It's great.
It's more immersive. It's way funnier.
That's it.
Wii.
There you go. Look at him.
Okay,
He's
so
sniping.
the Wii
Yeah,
is
and the
Wii is
DS, you're on a
important.
little damn stylus.
Look
whatever.
at the DS. The DS, you're fucking in a laundromat.
Yeah, fuck
fuck
that. Give me
So
a Wii.
okay, so we're agreeing on Wii. Okay.
Yeah.
Wii is definitely the one.
Number 4, second to last.
Yes.
Would you rather use fresh start on your level 1000 master prestige, or sell your bed?
Sell my bed.
my bed.
Sell your bed. Just don't got a bed anymore. You,
can
can't buy another.
bed.
No, you can't buy another. You just gotta sell it.
but
You're
I
done with
can't
beds.
buy
I'd first start.
You're sleeping on the
Well,
floor.
There's a couch.
There's a couch, but honestly,
Don't sleep on the
listen.
couch,
You
trust
know
me.
what? I'm gonna say is because prestiging and zombies literally
Yeah.
means nothing. I'm a fresh restart that bitch.
Just fresh
I love
restarting?
my bed.
Well, what
I
game we
love
talking
my
about?
bed.
Black Ops 4 we talking about?
Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3. I don't give a shit.
Black Ops
I'ma
4.
love my bed.
I'm
dude.
fresh restarting. I'm fresh restarting. That's why
I'm fresh restart my life.
My
dude.
bed,
Garrett
my
started.
bed has fucked
Kurt
up my
Robertson.
back, so my bed has fucked up my back, so I'm going. I'm going.
You're gonna reset, or you're gonna sell your bed.
I'm gonna get that eraser.
Turbo's
card.
laying on the
I'm
floor.
gonna get that
Still got
eraser.
clout.
Extra money?
I'm gonna
No,
get
dude,
honestly, guys,
I feel
honestly,
that.
I'm gonna get that eraser
You do-
calling card. I'm gonna go all for it. Oh, I got it.
Don't
my
sell
bed
your bed ever, because if you sleep on the fucking couch, it's gonna fuck your back up. Just trust me.
I already have like 3 balls.
got
I
a
sleep
really
on the
comfortable couch.
My back's already 1 foot in the fucking banana peel, 1 foot in the grave, so it's all right.
I gotta
It's all
agree.
right.
I can barely stand nowadays.
We'll die in 50 years, guys.
That's
Don't.
it. That's it. Move on.
All right.
Moving
Well,
on.
this last one's gonna be tough. I'll lie to you.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready
Would
for
you
this
rather? Okay. You guys spent this romantic weekend in the Bahamas, but would you rather be there with Lex's girlfriend Jessie or Jessica or Russman?
Oh,
It has to be a romantic weekend.
oh shit!
Very romantic.
picture
You got
Russman
Russman?
I just picture Russman
Jesse.
with that one sandal walking on the beach.
Completely.
That fucking breeze
Wow.
caressing our ass.
I gotta think about this one.
Yeah, because like the thing is Russell doesn't really have a personality though, does he? Like
He'll
it's
forget
not
what
gonna-
happened. He'll forget.
I
what
mean,
happened.
he is cool,
it's
but
not
he just
really gonna
always
be a
just be talking about
romantic
Broken
type of
Arrow.
date,
I
right?
mean, Lex, listen, if you give me your blessing, I'll take on a nice, nice
Yeah,
little,
same here, brother. Same
nice
here.
little Panera bread, nice little
See,
Panera.
listen, they say love is based off the personality, right? Actually, I say that. So, so honestly, man, I think I'm gonna go for Jessica, man.
Jessica.
Russman
Honestly, if you would give me a
Russman's got
blessing, I'd
no
go for Jessica too.
personality, dude.
What if he's got like some secret romantic game?
Chat, we'll take a 4-way on Jessica.
Listen,
It'll be
Very
great,
good.
dude. It'll be great.
We'll swap. Don't worry. We'll
But,
swap
like,
shifts.
Russman would be fun. I feel like Russman would be fun for like the first couple of days, but then it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's just gonna be
No,
talking
yeah.
about
Get
the
on your
same
nerve.
shit over and
Yeah.
over. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, chill the fuck out, dog.
He's just gonna be like talking about Broken Arrow the entire time, forgetting who you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, nah, dude.
It's like, hey, did I tell you who I used to work for? You're like, yes, Russman. Yes.
Yeah, dude. It's been about
See,
5
with
freaking
Jessica,
times now.
I can stream with her. I can fucking do like. There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much more variety.
oh
so
yeah.
there-
Gotcha.
That's your answer.
All right.
Lex, let me just say this, Lex. You
Yes,
have
sir.
been amazing, okay? You have been an amazing guest on the It Is What It Is podcast. I just want to say before we do go, guys, don't forget, if you guys are new here, click that like button. Also subscribe for a lot more It Is What It Is podcast every single Saturday right here on the channel, and a lot more Call of Duty comedy content on the channel as well.
Click the bell.
That's
Click
it.
the
The
bell.
fucking bell. You
Bell,
know,
the bell.
Roman at his last vlog was like, I guess there's like a bell I need to tell my audience about. I'm like, Roman. But but Lex, honestly, like you have to understand, we started this podcast like a lot of podcasts in the Call of Duty community. How many podcasts you see stick is not often. You know, Zombros is a huge example of a podcast that has a lot of, from John and Reed, a lot of inspiration and a lot of work and effort. And lately, this podcast has been on my list to like really amp up. And Lex, when I tell you, when I tell you, listen, man, we were writing down guests who would have on, and we would never expect you to be on. Listen, man, this podcast has been getting places. Yeah, honestly, this podcast has been getting places to where I didn't think it would ever be. And if it's the amount of people who are watching and we're just having fun with it and we're putting a smile on their face, listen, that's one thing I feel like is missing in this community. This is the end goal, which is to understand the effort people make to watch your videos and stuff like that, and it is amazing. And Lex, I gotta say thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey, no, don't worry, bro. I listen. I love going on podcasts. I've been on so many. You can find some of the most random shit with me in it, and me just talking about whatever was going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like podcasts. I think they're fun. I think you can do a lot with them, and I think like I'm excited. Listen, I'm very excited to see how like Turbo goes, how all your channels go.
Thank you,
'Cause,
man.
like, yeah, like I'm waiting for Black Ops 4 to end, because after Black Ops 4, in my opinion, it's gonna be what's everybody gonna doing, where's everybody gonna be going? Because personally, I think after Black Ops 4, if there's not anything that hits my interest, I might piece the scene. I might be doing my own thing. I might go. It's whatever. Life
People
will bring you wherever,
gotta
right?
understand it. People gotta understand. Listen, you gotta live a life. You're living a life, and you gotta
Be happy with what you do.
Exactly. Lex, listen, what can people be expecting from you? What do you got going on in the future?
He's
He
not
knows.
Right down,
not being home.
motherfucker.
So I'm actually leaving this flat
Yes.
that I'm in 2 days.
Wow.
So
Oh,
right
damn.
after this podcast, I'm gonna be hauling ass on a ton of videos that I have to make.
There we go.
But then after that, I'm gonna be making a shit ton of videos. Probably not gonna get any sleep. Don't worry about it.
Relatable.
Don't worry about it. But and then I think I'm actually going to be gone until the end of November. I'm just gonna be doing my own stuff. Gonna be gone. I don't think I'll come back until beginning of December. But I'll have videos every couple days.
Yeah.
I won't be streaming though. I'll have videos every couple of days. It'll be really good. But if there is a Nuketown Zombies map that comes out in November, it's been real.
There you go. Before we go,
You are definitely leaving if that shit
you're gonna see me uploading shit on like fucking Voyage and 9. Everybody's playing Nuketown, and I'm just gonna be looking at my phone like, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's looks good. I do want to get these 2 donations we got. Fat Matt donated $1 saying, loving the podcast, boys, shining a lot of new light on YouTube for me, and it motivates the shit out of me. And by the way, Joe Syndicato is hilarious. He really is. And
He is.
Tim Hansen, by the way, congratulations on 100K, man. Tim
100K.
Hansen.
My man.
With $5 says, sup, fellas. How you doing, Tim Hansen?
Tim, I gotta talk to you after. Don't worry, dude.
There we go. I'll make a business moves. So make a fucking deal. Make a fucking deal. But Lex, once again, man, anytime you want to be on, let me know. And it has been a great time. Guys, do not go nowhere. Watch the offline video when we go offline. Guys, come back next Saturday for the It Is What It Is podcast, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jack the Bus, Near Die, and I will see you in the next one.
Peace.
Let's go.
Now I would stay home and every night, and I would wait for Mr. Right. And I would
All right, thank you so much for watching the live stream. Now, we're going to be doing another one of these offline videos. So it's going to be like a vlog style. Joel's with me again. Joel, say hi.
Hi.
We're going to be going to Halloween Spirit today. Now, Halloween Spirit is going to be all the spooks
I thought it was
and
Spirit
gags.
Halloween.
Joe, don't correct me today, okay? Now, also, if I get a Big Mac today, that'll be the 3rd day in a row I'm getting a Big Mac. So if I actually eat one today, goodbye, Turbo. Oh, get your tickets now, folks. I thought I was seeing some construction workers get into a little fight there. So I was gonna say, fighting is never the answer, Joseph. So right now we're in a park, and I don't really feel comfortable filming children in a park.
Oh, you mean like this?
Okay, yeah, I think we're going to jail now. That is a hardworking New York. That is a hardworking New York people. Should we try to verse some of these people in hoops?
No.
Should we try to verse them in hoops? I am down to get some hoops on, Joseph. I'm ready to get some hoops on. Children, listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Everybody, even the Jews, dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. Oh yeah, this is how the angle would be if you were in a music video. Bitch, I've been going to get it, Jais. Yes, playing the wood like Elijah. Look at that, B82. Get on that fucking mark. Let's see if my friend's here.
Your friend?
Turbo has friends everywhere. Let's see if my friend's here today. I don't know. I do not know if my friend's here. There's no change of plans, no McDonald's. I was really hoping to kill myself today with that Big Mac, but the heart's saying it wants to survive a little bit longer for you two. Would you look at this? They did the Spirit Halloween right where the Toys R Us was. That is just disgraceful. Disrespect. That's it. Freddie Mercury right here. We got it. And now we need to follow. Look at this. Hey, look at this. What is that? Brown afro. Okay, we get it. All right, like you understand that. Handsome. That's me right there. Handsome blonde. They don't need no more wig. That's it. They got me. Joe. That's me right there. They don't need a wig. Handsome blonde right here.
You're ugly as shit, bro.
70s man. Look at that. That 70s shit.
Oh, come to that.
But look. I understand they don't want to get no copyright. Comb over wig. Come on. We know who that is, fellas. We know who that is. And Vinny, Boombox, look at this. This is Birdman. Come on. Guys, in the comment section, more Vinny Boombox, do more Birdman.
throw my life away. The dream that won't come true. home. And every night, and I would wait for Mr. Right. And I would
Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much for watching the live stream. Now, we're going to be doing another one of these offline videos. So it's going to be like a vlog style. Joel's with me again. Joel, say hi.
Hi.
We're going to be going to Halloween Spirit today. Now, Halloween Spirit is going to be all the spooks
I thought it was
and
Spirit
gags.
Halloween.
Joe, don't correct me today, okay? Now, also, if I get a Big Mac today, that'll be the third day in a row I'm getting a Big Mac. So if I actually eat one today, goodbye, Turbo. Oh, get your tickets now, folks. I thought I was seeing some construction workers get into a little fight there. So I was gonna say, fighting is never the answer, Joseph. So right now we're in a park, and I don't really feel comfortable filming children in a park.
Oh, you mean like this?
Okay, yeah, I think we're going to jail now. That is a hard-working New York. That is a hard-working New York people. Should we try to verse some of these people in hoops?
No.
Should we try to verse them in hoops? I am down to get some hoops on, Joseph. I'm ready to get some hoops on. Children, listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Everybody, even the Jews, dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. Oh yeah, this is how the angle would be if you were in a music video. Bitch, I've been going to get it dries. You have to play the wood like Elijah. Look at that, B82. Get on that fucking bus. Let's see if my friend's here.